is amazing. It's clash heads again. This is like Chaz Moskin and Cam Water.
For the first time here for season 3. Davis on pole, Vanderkrant in second. It's going to be sprint round action here tonight. Let's go racing here at Daytona. It was a good start there from Davis in comparison to Vanderkrant in behind. Cowan's absolutely bogged it up and already dropped out of the top 3 here as they come down towards turn 1 for the first time. There's biffing and barging between Gallen and Cowan. These guys are still going at it after last season. They survived for this time by though. Through turn 2 and 3 they come. Nice and clean, boys. Keep it up as they come up to...
I love riding. It's a real social thing. There's a great bond between riders.
Every weekend I look forward to getting out there. It's a freedom like no other.
Riding to work is a great way to start the day.
Shannons insure all types of road bikes, not just classics. They offer features riders really want. It's why they're one of Australia's leading motorcycle insurance providers.
Whatever you ride,
Whatever you ride,
Whatever you ride,
ride with Shannons.
Call 134646 for a quote.
Through turn 1, it was a horrible start from De Bono, who's absolutely bogged it up and gets eaten alive by Dixon and Gowans as they come on through. Through turn 1 they come, and they all spread out around in towards the first sector of the Silverstone circuit. They look all right at the moment. Okay, there's already been a car spun round. That's Jordan Ferguson off wide.
Is green, green, green at Road Atlanta here as well. Faulkner did get away. De Bono is tucked in as well. Unfortunately, Houghton is on that outside line. De Bono does want to turn it to turns. He's got the job. De Bono's overtaken. Now can he get Ben Faulkner up through turns 2 and 3? They go round the right-hander, dropping down the hill. Faulkner's out in front. De Bono second. Houghton third. Ratcliffe in fourth. No real dramas going into turn 1.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Combi for when we want to get away. The XR8.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannons,
We've also got Shannon's home and contents cover.
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be.
Shannon's.
Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 134646 for a quote.
amazing. It's clash heads again. This is like Chaz Moskin and Cam Waters. Almost the same situation. Better contact going down the hill. Sam Noble wants to snip on Dave Coleman now. Sam Noble bottle right now because Tell you what, Bruce Tanak and Jamie Dyson just absolutely drove away from us. Hayden trying to go around the outside. This is where he could have just sent it up the inside, but he hasn't implemented it, which is fair enough. Very scary out there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can move on. God's just absolute think about it. It's a really nice move. Blake Delaney had to move out of the way.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sim Racing World TV. And welcome into the Wine and Brown Tools V8 Supercars series here for the replay broadcast of Tuesday night's Bathurst enduro action. Bringing you it all through sight and sound here tonight. I'm Hamish Monroe, joined as always by Stephen Sinkovic, fresh off a pizza party with his brother Dean. Sinko, I hope you're full and ready because we're going to be on for some full-on action here tonight for Bathurst. I was quite upset I was going to miss it on Tuesday, but turns out I don't have to, so it just means we have to do it off the replay.
You know what it's like, mate. Big week at work, big day packing, and then you sit back and you have a couple of slices of pizza, and all you want to do is get home, take your pants off, take your shoes off, sit in front of the TV and go to sleep. But I'm here with you for some mega excitement. Hopefully everyone else is sitting back with a tinny. A bit of popcorn, watching it on the big screen at theatre rooms if you've got one, and kicking back, and you're going to be enjoying the dulcet tones of Hamish Monroe and my scraggly voice.
Well, for anyone who might watch me on a regular Saturday night, they should be used to hearing my voice calling some supercars action around about this time, but for this running it is for SRW, of course. Normally it'll be vets on a Saturday night. So I'm quite used to this thing. I'm quite used to getting in 8:30 start time, chill out for a bit, then you get into your racing action all finished up by about 10:30 or 11 o'clock, depending on how long the race goes. But Bathurst, what a place, what a racetrack. And could you think of, I mean, there's not many tracks you could argue is a better track car combination than the supercars and Bathurst going together, like you know, peanut butter and jam on a sandwich, or cheese and sauce on a pizza. It's perfect.
It's Rebecca Bogan that she goes, LOL, mental image. I am an absolute painter with my voice and my imagination, Beck. So stay tuned for some more colourful antics tonight because it's Saturday night and I really get loose on Saturday nights.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be staying in between the lines this week, Cinco.
Well, it's after 8:30. The kids are asleep. Let's go, people. Let's get rocking.
It should be absolutely phenomenal. I mean, personally, I'm already on a high myself after being able to see the beautiful action of the football earlier tonight as well. But, I mean, Supercars, Bathurst, what more could you ask for on a Saturday night? It is absolutely perfect. Leading into the final round this week, of course, Tuesday night we go racing at Road Atlanta for the final round, Cinco, where we will determine our next Split 1 and Split 2 champion here for the Tuesday night series as the cars get out on track for qualifying. And I mean, what a way for us to do it. What a way for us to set up a final round, an undroppable round. And I mean, arguably, Road Atlanta is one of those tracks that you kind of want it to be droppable, just based on how much chaos can occur there in these cars. We saw it firsthand last season, and it's going to be absolutely hectic when we go there once again for the final round.
The only thing I'm missing at the moment is, mate, the sound of the big V8. I can see these boys. I can watch them travel around. That's Brad Wall there. There's Cowie. Loving it, man. I haven't been on Bathurst. I haven't been in the sim rig now for, it's about 6 months. Oh, there's the
yeah, I'll do you the favour. I'll do what I do for Mr. Gamble on a Saturday night. I'll just share my whole screen instead of just OBS, just so you can hear them rocking and rolling. We'll change it up for the race when you get your replay file running for the race session as well. But let's talk about this fantastic track, of course. Some of the biggest challenges around this track. I mean, we've called many races around here. I'm sure a lot of drivers are many a lap around here. So many spots they've got to be careful about across this 6.2k mammoth of a track in New South Wales. Turn 1, is already a struggle. You can run it out too wide, end up in the sand, end up turned around the wrong way, and all of a sudden could be a car coming into the side of you, of course. Up at turn 2 as well, you run it wide into the wall. That can be a tough spot. Up at Griffiths Bend for turn 3. Even up through Silman Park as you start going up the hill and up towards McPhillamy and into Skyline, all through there, you're really just dancing the car across the top of the hill, trying to keep it in check, trying to keep it in line, and you know, on a straight course to success, pretty much. And then obviously you start your traverse down the hill through the S's and into the Dipper, where we could see some absolutely mammoth accidents happening, and then through Forest Elbow, and then down the Conrod straight into the Chase as well, and into Hell Corner. So it almost feels like every corner of this place, we could see a crash at some point tonight.
100%, but not only that, every corner is got to be right on point. You know, you've got to get your exits out of all these corners spot on, because it affects your next corner. And you set up for the next corner, and then you've got the ones that lead onto the big straight. So you've got to be on point all the time. All the time.
You see the Pelicans start to work together. That's one of the things that will be important here tonight, is the toe, getting the toe right down the straights to maximise your pace up the hill and even down the hill in towards the Chase as well. But I think probably the most iconic moment we've ever had at this track, Sinker, in SRW, I think we have to say, is Leakey blowing the engine of the safety car going up the hill. I don't think there's any other moment we've ever had happen here that was either more hilarious or greater than that exact moment.
Is there been a better one? Me trying to do a 30-point turn, trying to turn around.
I never saw that one, so I can't claim if that was better or not than Leakey blowing the engine.
It was just about just before the corner there, and I was right on that apex there, and I was just trying to turn. I couldn't turn around. I was doing a 50-point turn. It was like forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. I was like what's his name? That bloody
Austin Powers.
The Powers, that's it.
What kind of car were you in, Sinker, for that moment? Was that the F3 or was that the supercar?
I think I was in the F3 at the time.
Was it possibly the race that Leakey actually blew the engine at? I think it might have been.
No, it might have been. Might have been. These things do travel in thirds, in threes.
They normally do.
206.329. I wonder if he's related to Helen.
I don't know. He is absolutely cooking right now. Troy Dooley, who had some really quick sectors early in the piece, only goes P3 on the road at this stage in time. Cowie, though, is on an absolute ripper at the moment. Cowie has absolutely cooked him there across the line. A 206.31 for him through that lap. So Cowie is on an absolute tear right now, Sinker. I have to say, though, I mean, Sean Rigby's teammate not here this week, who did quite well on debut out at Sandown. Of course, won on debut. Sean managed to get on the podium. He could be a bit of a sleeper here tonight for a top spot finish. I'm not sure if he has been promoted up to split one. I'm assuming he may have been.
Which brother?
Sean Rigby.
Sean Rigby, Helena's brother.
Hey?
Helena's brother.
Helena's brother.
Who could it be? All the lonely people. Yeah?
Saturday night. I don't listen to the Beatles because I thoroughly believe they are the most overrated band of all time.
Hang on, I hear an announcement. Hamish Munro, please get your paycheck on the way out.
Mate, they are the most overrated band of all time.
They are not the most overrated band in the world. And they were on the forefront of music and developing it to a certain level, mate. That was genius at the time. Yeah, all right. Every song is a 12-bar blue. That was genius.
Yeah, I want you to watch the performance of John Lennon and Yoko Ono, and then still say that as well.
You could see Paul McCartney and Wings as well, mate. Anyway, 30 people out there watching. Welcome you all to our show tonight, and thank you for coming out and joining Hamish and me. Hamish is usually here on a Saturday night, but I'm not. I'm usually asleep by now on the couch with my young fella, dribbling and snoring all over me, and picking him up and dragging him back to bed. But tonight, it's a special occasion. We're all out together, having a good one. Give Sinker another drink. Oh, I'll tell you, I wish I'd cracked a bottle of vodka open, but I haven't. I'm just sitting here on the Pepsi Maxes at the moment with some water. I did have a craving earlier on.
I'm not going to pour myself an OP Bundy because this broadcast will go to absolute tarnishes if that happens. So.
Oh my God! She's. Oh, mate, you are my
Yeah.
age, Beck. That is the Monkeys, Nikki Dolan, and the boys. That oh, what a band!
I will say, Sinker,
Still remember
Queen.
that TV show at school after school.
Oh, Davis with a big old lockup. Can you talk to us
So,
about these
right,
liveries that
please
they're
just
running
check
this
it.
weekend?
Just have a look at that livery. Yes,
He's just towed back to pits. Let's find one of his teammates. That might be a better
So
option.
the team are running a special livery. Mr. Davis is Anderson. One of the boys has, I think it's Davis. I'll be rude. Saturday night, I can't remember. Someone will remind me. He lost a step sister-in-law over the last week, and the whole family will be watching tonight. So hopefully I don't offend anyone by forgetting. But they are doing that out of respect, and commemorative livery is on tonight. So, yeah, our hearts goes out to the family, and hope you're all well. And we are thinking of you.
Well, it's good to see the whole team getting around that sort of message being produced. It's kind of a very somber moment for me to continue what I was going to talk about before, which was Queen is in fact the greatest band of all time.
I agree.
But besides that, I do highly respect it, and I do like a tribute livery when someone does it, especially when they do it right. Driver and vets Andrew Hoffman did a tribute last season to his late brother who passed away, and it was quite a nice tribute that he had done. So we gave him the honour of doing a lap of honour with him for one of the laps during that race. So we just turned the mics off and let it at full volume on board with his car. So we'll do the same with one of the SLW cars here tonight off the back of that as well.
One of the things we do well at SLW, we as a community, we do wrap our arms around each other, and we've all lost special people in our life, and we will lose more. But the times that you around together and remember the good times now. So think about the good times. Think about the amazing person that they were and still are in our minds. And yeah, let's watch this V8 tear it up around Bathurst.
So can you just check you actually have picked the correct mic this evening, just quickly, just because we're sounding a little bit off. Might just be my ears, I don't know. I just want to double check.
It might have been, might also been me checking back the emotions, mate.
Well, quite possibly as well. Quite possibly as well.
No, the mic is on full.
We're on board at the moment with Matty Parker, already showing he has some good pace in the field at the moment. 206.62, slots in well inside the top 10. Yeah, I'm just going to put Sean Rigby in split one because he's sitting provisional pole at the moment. So let me just do that very quickly.
How's that sound now, Hamish?
That is much better, Cinco. Much better.
I've just turned it up a touch because it was down a notch because I've been mucking around with things.
Okay, so we'll just fix that. Sean Rigby is now slotted into split one where he should be at this stage.
Yeah, Braddles is typing in there. He goes, yes, the whole family is watching. Laura's on there as well, saying, we miss you, Kimmy. So we'll give the livery. We'll give the livery as much love as we can tonight and get it out there. There it is at the moment, I think, was just flying up the mountain.
Yeah, it was as we clicked away from Matty Parker as he pulled over to tow back to pits. For the moment, Singer, we have 4 minutes left in regular qualifying. The top 10 is made up of all split one drivers at this stage. Sean Rigby, Billy Moll, Jamie Davis, Mark Houghton, Andrew Cowan, Jace Douglas, Matty Parker, John Gallen, Troy Dooley and Peter Pavlovic are currently all the drivers seeded to have an opportunity amongst the top 10 shootout here tonight. Stephen Martin, Andrew Rushworth, Brett Douglas, Craig Healy, Brad Wall make up the top 15. They're all on the bubble to get into the top 10 here. Mick Clifton hasn't set a time just yet in qualifying. We expect some big things from him. We know he's been up to pace thus far this season as Scotty Weston puts himself on the bubble for the top 10. Now we're going P11 on the road, so he needs to try and just gain a couple of more tenths to find himself back inside the top 10 as Brad Anderson has a slight spin off the exit of the first corner. Of course, some of our notable regulars out there, Scott Lefevre, Di Feldman, Martin Lipsky in the field tonight, as well as Jacob Traynor, Brad Hayes, Mitch Noble, Josh King, Jared Williams, Brad Wall, and as I mentioned, Mick Clifton in the field tonight. So 26 drivers in this qualifying session right now. Sinko, we may get a couple more in the race. Maybe some people didn't make qualifying on Tuesday night, but they do still get to race, of course.
Yeah, 100%. For some reason, I thought tonight was a top 10 shootout.
It is a shootout. We have the shootout coming up after this.
Oh, good. I had the. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, what's going on here?
I did mention they're the top 10 drivers who would be going into the shootout, not 30 seconds.
I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. Believe me, I am. I'm trying.
We have to excuse Sinker for his brain being a bit slow since he's normally asleep at this point on a Saturday night. So.
Oh, not only that, mate. My life at the moment is pretty manic. Which is a good thing. Give me a couple more weeks, mate. A couple more weeks, I'll be at our new home, and by the time we're up for season 1, I'll have the new studio up running at home, ready to rock and roll.
We've still got season 4 to get through, of course, as well. Massive season ahead. Friday night Fun Delights Legends will be returning once again at this stage. Right now, probably with a better time slot, I think we could say, and obviously Supercars will be continuing, as well as 8.6s and Super Formulas, and that Super Formula Australian Open Wheel Nationals is happening the week after the final round. Yeah. So it's only a week and a half away.
Just a preliminary list has been put out as well, which the boys were working on today on the 40 drivers that are going to be out there, and tell you what, it's looking like a really fast spread. It's going to be an epic night. That
is going to be one that you guys do not want to miss. Of course, it'll be happening the Wednesday after the final round, this Wednesday being the final round of the season. So Wednesday the 18th of September will be the Australian Open Wheel Nationals. Will be going live right here on the SRW TV channel. Myself and one of the GSRC representatives will be in the booth that night. Hutto might make an appearance as well. We'll have to wait and see. And,
Hutto will be making an appearance.
Very good.
Yourself, Hutto. Oh, one of the boys has gone round.
That was Weston.
Got some great rotation by Scotty Weston there on the mountain. It'll be yourself, Hutto, and one of the lead broadcasters from the GSR boys, and I will be roaming the pits and asking answering any questions that pertain to the future of the league and what we're doing, and any aspects around that, and any dirt that I can dig up off track.
So, of course, me and Hutto will be flying the flag for SRW that night. Oh, I'll be trying to be as impartial as I possibly can. I'll let Hutto show the towards the SRW drivers.
You'll have a very accomplished broadcaster with you. His name escapes me at the moment. I think it's Zach. But,
okay.
I'll find out for you and let you know in a few seconds, because I'm just trawling my...
Regardless, be sure to come out and watch that one and show your love to the SRW drivers representing SRW on the night. They will be colour-coded on the timing tower, so you will know who'll be representing SRW and who'll be representing GSRC. Qualifying, though, has come to an end. Mark Houghton crosses the line. He has locked himself into the top 10, as has Mick Clifton, who's currently P10 on the road in this qualifying session. Troy Dooley, who had the pace at the start of qualifying, currently has been knocked out of the shootout, unless he can pull this lap together and finish it off nicely for himself. He hopes to make another top 10 shootout appearance. He's made a couple previously. Can't recall if he was in the Sandown shootout or not. So he rockets his way down towards the chase. So we'll see if this lap's going to be any good for Dooley. He's on a personal best sector in the third. Rest are all oranges here, so the last two might need to be the make or break sectors for him to get himself inside the top 10. Mick Clifton has now been knocked out of the top 10 by Stephen Martin, so Clifton is out of the shootout. Dooley up towards the line, needs to get a 206.78 or better to get inside the shootout here. Round the final corner he comes. What's the lap time going to be for him as he crosses the line? He has gone P10 with a 206.786. An unbelievable lap from him. Clifton, though, knocks him out at the last moment with a 206.63.
Rockstar Clifton. He's got the window down. The hair's blowing in the wind, mate. He's loving it Saturday night.
absolute dying embers moment there from Mickey Clifton. Unbelievable stuff. Dooley thought he had the shootout locked in, and Clifton just comes by and says, "Oh no, sorry, your orange car's not making it. My orange car is."
He literally tapped him on the shoulder and said, "I'll have this dance."
Yeah, I'll move over, Junior. I've got this. What a moment from him. Brad Hayes is going to finish off his qualifying lap here. He's on a personal best in the fifth sector. Not looking like it's going to be any good, though, to make it into the shootout. He'd have to gain a full second to get into the shootout if he was going to make it here tonight. Around the final corner for the Team Apex Esports League driver. And it is not any better than his previous best. So that means our top 10 shootout competitors have been locked in for the shootout here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And it will be as follows: Sean Rigby, Billy Mole, Jamie Davis, Jason Douglas, Andrew Cowan, Mark Houghton, Matty Parker, John Gallen, Brad Wall and Mick Clifton will all take part in the shootout this evening. It'll be Troy Dooley, Stephen Martin, and Peter Pavlik, Scott Weston, Andrew Rushworth, Brad Hayes, Brett Douglas, Craig Healy. And behind we had Jared Williams, Josh King, Scott Lefevre, Mitch Noble, Di Feldman, Martin Lipsky, Brad Anderson. Jacob Traynor did not set a time in the qualifying session, but the top 10 will move on to the shootout. So, whilst we get everything loaded up, ladies and gentlemen, we were going to go to the 5-minute countdown. Once that countdown is finished, we'll be back in for the shootout. Do not go anywhere. Yeah, but it's just so we don't have to have a still image up on the screen. So it's only we'll come back if it loads before the time is done. We'll be back. We'll be back.
Shootout. Do not leave us here alone. Please don't leave me here alone, of Hamish.
We'll be back very, very shortly with the shootout to come, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere.
It's a total one. This is amazing. Up, it's clash heads again. This is like Chad Mostert and Cam Water.
For the first time here for season 3. Davis on pole, Vanderkran in second. It's going to be sprint round action here tonight. Let's go racing here at Daytona. It was a good start there from Davis in comparison to Vanderkran in behind. Cowan's absolutely bogged it up and already dropped out of the top 3 here as they come down towards turn 1 for the first time. There's biffing and barging between Gallen and Cowan. These guys are still going at it after last season. They survived for this time by though. Through turn 2 and 3 they come. Nice and clean, boys. Keep it up as they come up to...
I love riding. It's a real social thing. There's a great bond between riders.
Every weekend, I look forward to getting out there. It's a freedom like no other.
Riding to work is a great way to start the day.
Shannon's insure all types of road bikes, not just classics. They offer features riders really want. It's why they're one of Australia's leading motorcycle insurance providers.
Whatever you ride,
Whatever you ride,
Whatever you ride.
ride with Shannon's.
Call 134646 for a quote.
Through turn 1, it was a horrible start from De Bono. He's absolutely bogged it up and gets eaten alive by Dixon and Gowans as they come on through. Through turn 1 they come, and they all spread out around in towards the first sector of the Silverstone circuit. They look all right at the moment. Okay, there's already been a car spun round. That's Jordan Ferguson offline.
Actually do this. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, into the shootout. Just need to reload up our overlays for the shootout session. And we'll be getting ready to go. So 10 drivers get to cut a lap for themselves around this beautiful Bathurst circuit here tonight, Sinker. And it's going to be a maximum pressure moment for a lot of these guys out there to hope to maximize on their qualifying performances, I guess we could say.
100%.
So be sure to get into the chat, guys. Let us know who your pick is for the top 10 shootout, who you think is going to be getting pole position here in the shootout here tonight, and who you want to see on screen. during the performance or during the racing as well. So you just want to quickly run through some of these chats we've missed whilst I load up these overlays?
Yeah, we can do that. Laura's saying thank you to Team SNW, Brad, Jamie, Josh, Mitch, and Jacob for. I know I'm absolutely gobsmacked. The car looked great, and Kimmy will be smiling. Then Muko Oh, that's a big long one, McKinney. That's Kimmy's sister. Kimmy will definitely be smiling. I had tears rolling down my face. Miss my little sis so much. Car looks amazing. Looks awesome. Even used the butterflies as a tattoo on my mum. Will be getting it done also. So there's a lot of significance to what's going on those liveries at the moment. And you'll see it again very shortly. Out there, if there's anyone you want to see, anyone in particular that you're interested in, there is a full grid out there. So when the race gets started, let us know. The boys are going to be starting their top 10 shootout as we speak. Here is the first car coming down the mountain. That's Mickey Rockstar Clifton.
Yeah, he's making his way up towards Sulman Park and into
Rockstar
McPhillamy. Have to argue a shootout lap here is probably, I mean, Sandown was high pressure, but I almost feel like Bathurst is just another level of pressure for them.
It is because the runoffs are so easy to get. You just touch the wall and you've got yourself an X and it's all over. So it's a tough one, mate. It's a tough one to balance between pace and keeping it clean.
As he dances his way down towards the dipper, he will begin his shootout lap momentarily here, ladies and gentlemen. And Mickey Clifton, could he claim the pole for split 2 here tonight? He's been on absolute fire this season, Sinker has Mickey Clifton. Really making a claim to that split 1 spot.
Billy Mole and himself have been definitely the rising stars of this season. Season 3 has definitely been one where both of these drivers have jumped to the next level and put on some amazing performances.
Tries to get those tyres nice and warmed up. One difference to this race to what tomorrow's night's race will offer us, Sinker, is tomorrow night with a standing start, the tyres will actually be pre-warmed up as both these races take place before and after the latest iRacing update. So the race start will be completely different than what it was on Tuesday night comparatively to tomorrow night as Clifton is about to start his qualifying run around Bathurst here for his first attempt of the mountain in this top 10 shootout. See what sort of lap time he can put together for Accelerate Sim Racing as he starts to climb the hill. Maximum pace, trying to maximize every little bit of line that he can claim out on this beautiful circuit. First sector on your screen now, 22.9 was the first sector for Clifton. And now goes up towards Griffin's Bend. Such a tough corner, Sinker. Double apex. You're on the brakes right on the curve. And then you're just trying to dance it round the left-hander and get it set up for this little bump to go full push up through McPhillamy.
Great little combination of corners. One of the best in the world, I reckon.
A fast-paced run through the grate for Clifton. Keeps it going up past the fans on the right-hand side. Fast-paced running towards Skyline. Hard on the brakes. Down the hill he comes. He tiptoes it down the S's and in towards the dipper.
Oh, beautifully done. Very clean.
A nice run for him thus far. Sector 2 was a 24.8. Sector 3 an 18.5. Sector 4 11.9. Round Forest Elbow. And on to Conrod Straight, the fastest straight in Australian motorsports. Full throttle, full run down the gearbox here, and that was a fantastic run across the top of the hill, Sinker.
It was very, very smooth. It was a really good drive. It might not have been the fastest out there, but that was very smooth. Generally, when they look a bit slower and they're smooth, they're generally pretty fast.
The car looks stable under brakes in the chase, and round towards Hell Corner for the final run. One of the more difficult spots on the track to get this thing turned round and get the power applied off the exit into the final corner for Mickey Clifton. It was a clean lap. It's a lap that's going to count for him. And it's a 2:06.
Not bad.
0.86, so only a little bit worse than his actual qualifying efforts. Only about a tenth or so slower. That's a solid time for a shootout. You have to agree. That is
not a bad effort
time.
at all. Here's Brad Wall coming down the back of the mountain on his warm-up lap. He's driving the Ford Performance livery.
In the old Gibson Motorsport car, the AU days, the Green Eye Monster. What does Brad Wall have in his locker? Do we reckon Brad can out-qualify Mick here? I mean, two drivers going back-to-back. Do we see him cracking him?
I didn't have a look at my screen to my right, but I won't.
As Wall down towards the chase, the only other split 2 driver in this shootout here tonight. And around the chase, he makes his way through. Can he beat Mick Clifton's time? A 2:06.86, the time to beat for Brad Wall. And around Hell Quarter he comes to begin his shootout lap of the mountain. Again, his car's looking really stable. He's not pushing it too hard through the first corner, Sinker. He wants to try and get this banker down, I reckon.
Yeah, he does. I think he'll be nervous. I know Brad will be having a bit of no ground at the moment. He'll be on the edge. All you 32 viewers that are out there, please share, like, and subscribe. But share the view tonight. Get everyone that's sitting back on a Saturday night watching it. Get all your mates watching it. It's a good little race to watch. Kick back and watch these boys tear it up.
First sector run for Wall at 22.9. He's only gone 800ths slower than what Clifton did through the first sector, and that might just be down to his run through turn 1 up towards Salmon Park, and he's gone faster through the second sector. He's currently the fastest man on track for the shootout is Brad Wall as he pushes this thing to its absolute maximum across McPhillamy. What does Sector 3 stay? Is it another purple sector for him? It's not. It's an 18.5. But at the moment, right now, this car will be saying it is on provisional pole position. He is the fastest man thus far as he goes fastest again in the 4th sector Sinker. So he just has to maximize the run down the hill, but that little slide might cost him.
That was close.
The fast-paced run down towards the chase for Brad Wall. The 5th and 6th sector need to be absolute maximum. He cannot give anything up in these final 2 sectors. Through the chase and into the braking zone. What does it say for the 5th? He's gone a 25.92, so he's gone 400 slower than Clifton, and that's what's between them at the moment. Hundredths of a second separate these 2 lap times. Into Hell Corner, a little bit of a squirrel under brakes. Across the line comes Brad Wall. Has he gone top? He hasn't. He's gone second. 206.94, and the middle sector.
Not much at all.
I think that slide cost him, Sinker. I honestly do. I think that cost him.
Yeah.
On that qualifying run.
Coming out of that corner. Yep.
It's a real shame. John
Well,
Gallen.
here's the first of the Pelicans.
It is, and if you recall his last shootout effort, Sinker, he ended up in the wall off the exit of turn 1 at Sandown, so hopefully he can do a little bit better here tonight at Bathurst. Yeah. So not only the first Pelican in this shootout, the first Commodore as well. In fact, there's only one more Mustang to go, and that is Jamie Davis of Team SRW Motorsports. What do you reckon Gallen's got in his locker? Do you reckon he can claim pole here tonight?
We'll get close.
Is that you predicting or is that you spoiling?
Dun, dun, dun. We'll know in a few minutes, won't we?
Oh, we will. We will indeed. As Mr. Gallen continues down, slows it right up to maximise the run through the final corner. Pacific Esports Racing machine number 350 begins.
Hey, Gallen, you good thing.
He begins his shootout lap. And up towards the first corner now. Underbrakes nicely. Looks a lot smoother than Brad Wall's run, and a little bit faster as well. So he looks to be pushing early doors here, Sinker, across this lap.
Yeah, he got across that first bit of bump on the right hand side and used it as much as possible. You can see he's got a lot more pace up the straight, coming up the hill now.
I believe the word you're looking for is curb there, Sinker, as he comes through turn 2 and up towards Griffin's Bend.
Not a candy cane?
And up through into the cutting.
Oh, one more person leaves the station, I'll be right raw.
What's the sectors look like at the moment for John Gallen? He is currently the fastest man. That's not what we want. We want this one. He's currently the fastest man in the first 2 sectors, a 22.78 and a 24.62. So if he can keep it clean across the top of the mountain, this will be good enough for provisional pole position. An 18. This lap is ridiculous. If he can pull this together, this is going to be absolutely horrific. If he pulls this together, you will be screaming in agony if you're a Brad Wall or a Mick Clifton fan right now. Through sector 4, he hasn't gone faster.
A little bit of lock up as he came out of that second last corner.
Wall is still the fastest man through the S's and the Dipper, Sinker. Gallen was not able to carry as much pace.
Could be very handy for the race. Could be very handy for the race for Wall.
Could be. Up
See how he
towards
comes down the hill.
the chase now. This car's looking pole worthy at the moment. He's gone fastest in sector 5.
Pole worthy is a pole dancer.
That's what the P stands for in PER. Up to hell quarter now for John Gallen, and after an absolutely incredible run around the mountain, through the final corner for him, John Gallen goes provisional pole on the timing tower with a 206.35.
Nice.
Absolutely schools them out there, Cinco.
Just under 4 tenths. Very well done.
That is ridiculous.
That's a good lap. That's a good lap.
That's an incredible lap. That honestly could be a lap that gets him pole. Like, that is a great shootout lap.
Does everyone want to put some money on it?
No cheating. No one who raced can put money on it.
No cheating. Hey, listen, I've got viewers out there. Viewers, all right. If we can get to 35 viewers once the race has started, I'm gonna ask a question and have a giveaway. So get your friends and family to get in there and join the show and join the viewing. We've got a giveaway to give away, and it's worth $50.
Can I answer the giveaway?
We've got something I'm going to give away. It's worth just under $50. It's a new product that we're launching, and I'm going to give one away to a happy viewer. And most of the happy viewers are going to be drivers tonight by the look of it. So make sure you get some friends involved. We need to have at least 35 people watching at the time.
Since I'm technically viewing the session right now, Sinker, on my YouTube, can I answer the giveaway and win if I get it right? Oh. Matty Parker.
You'll have the answer too easy too that I'm going to ask.
Probably. Matty Parker has now started his lap here in the shootout, Sinker. Possibly one of the drivers who could actually challenge John Gallen for that pole position at the moment. And in fact, he's gone fastest in the first sector. So could we see someone already topple that time of John Gallen here with Matty Parker? He's only gone 200ths faster than him in the first sector. So he hasn't gone too much faster than him. This is going to be the telltale sign. He's only gone just slower than him through the second. So
yeah, it looked a bit cautious going through that section then.
I think he might have been a bit cautious over the bump, possibly. Maybe he didn't feel as confident. As he comes down.
Speed on the replay and just suck everyone into these guys going fast.
He's gone fastest in the third sector now, has Matty Parker. In through the Dipper and up towards Forest Elbow. He's on the average time through there, actually, a 17.7. That has cost him the lap, though, and that is done and dusted for Matty Parker.
Yeah.
You could have argued he probably should have just actually finished the lap to at least get the lap in if it wasn't a dirty.
I don't know. I think he must have got an off or something there because... Or maybe I reckon he might have got a little bit of rotation there. Wouldn't have been enough to get an X. Look at this. Rebecca is what giveaway just heard tail end of that. Well, if we can get to 35 viewers while the race is on, I'm going to ask a question and we've got some sim gear we're going to give away. I won't tell you what it is just yet, but we've got it's worth about $50 at the moment. We will be giving it away to a lucky viewer who answers my question correctly. Was that something new? The seagulls, the crows, coming across the sky, then, mate.
I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention, to be honest with you.
They had some birds flying in front of the blimp.
Oh,
Never seen that before.
maybe you just haven't been up this high before at Bathurst. Maybe that was the problem.
No, I'm it's in the nosebleed area, man. I'm usually in the VIP.
I see.
All right, viewers, get more people in there. Get these numbers back up so we can give something away. I'll itch to give something away tonight. It's Saturday night. Make someone smile. Here we go. Mark Horton's coming down the mountain, warming his tyres up, getting ready for his mad run. At the moment, we've got Johnny Gallen sitting on a 206.346. In first place, Mickey Clifton, the rock star with the Jesus-like hairstyle, sitting on a 206.864. And Brad Wall sitting on a 206.936. Brad's watching tonight, mate. You are probably sitting at home and having a bourbon.
I hope he is watching.
All the numbers are really getting there. We're not too far off.
We're on 34 at the moment.
Also, ooh. Oh, I swear I saw a drop there.
Brad Hayes. Sorry, I had to put my boy to sleep, Sinker.
Give it to me, baby. You're back. That's the main thing. You're back.
We
You're
lost
back,
2
and when the
viewers.
race starts, when we hit 35 and the race is going, we're on a top 10 shootout at the moment. I've got a giveaway for you guys.
Mark Houghton begins his run here in the top 10 shootout. Round the first corner he comes. And he starts to fly up Mountain Straight towards Griffin's Bend at turn 2. Does he got something sneaky in his locker? He was in the top 5 in regular qualifying, Sinker. He could be on for something special here if he can put this together. Round turn 2 he comes. First sector time up on your screen momentarily. Mark out if it's actually going to show it for us. That'd be nice. Apparently not. It apparently just does not want to. That's nice. Yeah, apparently just doesn't want to.
Okay,
I know. Oh, there we go. There it is. 22.85 for Sector 1, 24.673.
We're just here to be the yardstick. Oh, it's better than being the monkeys in the cage and people throwing peanuts at you like me and Hamish.
That's very true. I think of myself as more of an orangutan than a monkey, if you ask me, but that's just me personally. 18.5.
I'm a Razorback, mate. I'm a Razorback.
Oh, big wiggle, though, through the
close.
dipper
That
for
was
Houghton. Oh, this lap may be over, Sinker, and I think it is. I think he's actually pulled it up.
Yeah, I think he's touched the wall and got an X for it.
Oh, that's 2 in a row. Two in a row.
It is 2 in a row. It's 2 in a row. Let them out. Let them out of the cages. Who's next?
Andrew Cowan next.
Ooh.
Big shout out
Cowie,
to
there
Cowie.
he is, heading up the mountain.
He provided the
His
replays for us.
purple.
Yep, traditional purple there for Cowie. Big shout out to him.
We're playing a gig somewhere tonight. I don't know where.
Probably is. Well, I wouldn't say it wouldn't be in Fortitude Valley because I don't think that's his scene, to be honest. But maybe out of Ipswich or something.
We're bringing 2 cars next season. Well done, Project 36. I'm not sure which team that is, but everyone is welcome. The more the merrier. Coming out here and having some fun is the most important thing.
There'll be multiple of my team's cars out on the grid for Tuesdays next season, Sinker.
Say again,
In fact, there'll be multiple of my cars out on the Tuesday grid next season as well.
Excellent.
In fact,
excellent.
my dad is going to be racing next season.
Your dad's going to be racing on a Tuesday night.
Yep, as practice for his Vets race on the Thursday.
Geez,
so.
I hope he doesn't do a lot of spinning like my brother.
Oh, he doesn't spin, but he likes to crash into the back of the safety car train.
Does he? Does he? Oh, God, is Dad watching now?
No, he's not. He's out. He's out at the moment.
Evening, Mr. Davis.
Oh, my God. So Houghton actually did finish his lap. He got a 2:35.25, but he knew the lap was over pretty much. But it is a banker on the wall. So if anyone actually doesn't finish their laps, he will at least start ahead of them, Sinker. So that is a benefit.
Well, yeah, exactly. Even if you have a crap one, finish it. That's what I always say.
Yeah, always finish it.
Yeah.
As Cowie comes round the final corner.
Billy Mole's watching. Billy, don't you dare let any secrets out,
we're
mate.
at 35 viewers, Sinker.
I know, but I'm waiting. Well, it's got to be during the race. That's what we said during the race.
See.
Yeah, Steve Vanovic, come on, Jamie, you go, you good thing. So get everyone involved. Get your friends and family. Give them a text message. Share on Facebook. Share on YouTube. Share the link. Get everyone in here to have a bit of a chin waggle. We've got an amazing race coming up. And here comes Cowie for his top 10 shootout.
He's gone fastest in the first sector as Andrew Cowan. A 22.697 in the first sector. He's the first one to get below the sevens.
This is correct, Ash. To arrive first, first you must arrive.
That's right, Shoz. Exactly right, Shozzle. Good old friend of mine, Ash DeVries. Bing bong. Bing bong to you, King Bing. And sector 2, he's gone fastest again. 24.475 for Andrew Cowan. So right now, it will be claiming his pole position in the cockpit of the PSR machine. Down in towards Skyline and the S's. He's gone 18.397. So if he can put this lap together, that car will be provisional pole position and ahead of John Gallen. Through Sector 4, he hits the average of the 11.7. Doesn't go fastest, but he is still sitting provisional pole as he comes down towards the chase. The fastest straight in Australian motorsport. And I think this kind of proves that this track is probably Cowie's favourite sinker if he's gone this quick, this early on in the shootout.
Oh, it'd have to be. It'd have to be. He's done a lot of laps out of you, though. Don't you worry about that.
Into the chase now, hard on the brakes. Goes fastest through Sector 5. Oh, a little bit of a wiggle off the exit, but keeps the speed going towards the final corner for Andrew Cowan. Under brakes now in the 991. Through the final corner for him, and Andrew Cowan is going to go pole position in the shootout at 2:05.7.
Yeah, baby. That's what it's talking about. That's a great lap there by Cowan. I wish I was interviewing him right now, but he's probably sweating his peanuts off and on a stage singing and playing the guitar at the moment somewhere in Queensland.
Well, he had the perfect combination of chords to be on song for that lap. He had the rhythm to absolute perfection, did Andrew Cowan. The first 5 in the shootout, Sinker. Do we see another one? Do we see another 5 out there? Can Douglas do it? Can Mole? Can Rigby? Can Davis?
Oh, let's see. Let me tell you, I think that my crystal ball tells me that you'll have to wait and watch. 39 viewers, that's what I like.
Sean Benici race to go into the chat now with us as well. Great to have you guys here. As Jace Douglas begins his shootout lap for Dynamic Sim Sports. Of course, he's got some good pace in his belt, Sinker.
Yeah, 100%. Looks like Shane Ewens has shared our link for tonight's race. Well done, young fella. I like it. Many more of you need to.
There's a rookie numbers. We want to pump those numbers up.
I do like Jason's livery on this car.
It's nice.
Very simple, very clean. It makes everything stand out.
Oh my God, he's pushing ultra hard. Yeah, he went fastest through Sector 1. If he touched the wall, then this lap's not going to count. Up across in towards Sulman Park.
Sean, same here. I didn't watch any of it. Didn't check the results. Didn't do any of it. It's all fresh to me. All I can see is the starting lineup on my screen on my right. That's all I know. So I know how the top 10 shootout goes, but I don't know who wins the race.
Well, Douglas,
it's going to be a big one for us.
Douglas at the moment is, arguably this might be good enough for P2. He hasn't gone fastest in the second sector, but he has gone faster than Cowie in the third.
Looked really rough through that sector there, man.
He did. Yeah, he's pushing ultra hard, goes fastest through Sector 4. This is a maximum effort lap from Jace Douglas. Thanks for saying good day to us, Reese. I hope you're enjoying things over at your new team. Recently moved from PSR to SLS Racing. Did Reese to go in? So hoping everything's going good in your... Yeah, hopefully everything's going good in your pre-season preps for Season 21 of Vets. Hope you can find some improvements next season with your new teammates Oh, big slide through the chase for Douglas. That's going to cost.
That's going to cost it, yeah.
Oh, the possibilities of pole.
That's going to cost. He was sitting there and really, he was looking like he was top 3 then.
That could have cost him pole position. Across the line comes Jace Douglas, and it's P2 with a 205.78. That undoubtedly would have been pole.
783 on my clock. That's 4/100ths. That definitely, that slide cost him top spot at the moment.
That cost him pole. That cost him pole.
41 in the stream tonight. Welcome, viewers. Here we go. What we're going to do here is something very special for you guys out there, for the SRW family, and the guys out there. We've got a commemorative livery out there that Jamie Davis is driving. We're going to let Jamie just tear it up and watch this as a bit of a tribute to Kimmy.
So we will go radio silence for this lap, ladies and gentlemen. We will sit on board with Jamie for the whole lap, and then we'll be back at the end of it to call out which position he ends up in. And this is in memoriam. Well, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, the replays failed for a moment there, so we'll quickly get this loaded back up in a second. We'll run through the whole lap once again for Jamie Davis, of course, not what we expected to happen off the back of that one. So, Sinker, just quickly chat to the viewers whilst we get this sorted out.
Well, I'm always up for a bit chinwag, so if anyone wants to ask me any questions, please do. For those of you who are new to the series who want to race, season 4 has just been launched, and what you got to do this season is go to, if you're new to SRW and you're not part of the SRW drivers list, you need to go to the website www.com.au and go to racing and register as a driver. And then once you've done that, you purchase your subscription, and with that you get an entry to our Discord. And then you can select anything you want to race at all, from the V8s on a Tuesday night to Wednesday night Formula Superlights, Thursday nights GR86s, Friday night Legends, and Sunday night Pro Championships. So you've got to have everything you can to choose from, and have a bit of fun. The order number on your subscription is key to your registration this season. For all the members that are currently drivers with us, you will need that number, so you need to pay for your subscription before you get into the registration this season round. And there's a lot of fun to be had. The boys have already picked out the tracks. In Discord is all the listings for the next 9 rounds once the season starts. And one of the big things is come out and watch these boys in the last few rounds because it's going to be fantastic. But we've also got the Australian National Open Wheel Championships as well. So the top 20 drivers of SRW and the top 20 drivers of Gentleman Sim Racing Club will be competing in the new Australian National Open Wheel Championship. This will be held at the end of every season with the top 40 drivers in Australia between us all going out there and having a bit of fun. Jamie, there we go. Hamish has got things up and running.
I have indeed. I just got to remember who set a lap before Jamie did. Was it Jace?
It was Jason. Yes, it was.
Okay,
It was Jason Douglas was the last lap.
Yep, that's fine. That's just so I know who to click on before.
What am I racing next season? Oh, dude. I'm having a lot of fun broadcasting at the moment, so I think I will be just racing the Formula 3s next season, which is going to be tough for me because I like to race everything. Generally, I race on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday, but now that I'm doing a bit of broadcasting, I'm actually liking it and starting to get a bit better at it and having a lot of fun with it. So I think I will maintain that for the rest of this year, and then we'll see what happens next year. But I will definitely be back in the cockpit for the Formula 3. Now we're going to start this back off, and at the qualifying lap of Jamie Davis with a livery which is a tribute to Kimmy. RIP.
We're just following him around for his wife lap at the moment. So
Is,
before we were really cut off before, this will be a silent lap from ourselves, similar to what we did with the actual attempt that we made. Hopefully it does withstand the entire lap this time by. I did like Laura's comment. The lap was too hot to handle. It killed the sim. But no. So we will in memoriam and in condolences of Kimmy, we will go radio silence across his shootout lap to see where he ends up at the end of this qualifying session.
Yeah, and Jamie, you can't give it away, mate.
No, he can't. One thing that has happened though
and
is
the rest of the drivers that are out there as well. Look,
I can't have the timing tab up now though, but because I've actually had to reset this session, it has given me the actual results of the shootout. So I can't have the timing tab up without giving out the results of the shootout.
That's all right.
So we'll just have to say.
We'll just have to let everyone hang for a while.
Yeah, you'll find out what happens with them off the back of their laps. But down the chase now comes Jamie Davis. We will go radio silence once again for this lap of Jamie Davis's. That gives away the position of where he ends up. That's not helpful at all.
No, you can't do that. Ladies and gentlemen, while you're out there viewing, there's 33 of you. Get the numbers, share it, get all the people out there. While you're out there, turn up your TVs, listen to this V8 Raw, and enjoy the next 2 minutes of a lap in honour of Kimmy.
Across the line comes Jamie Davis with a time that has put him provisional pole position here in the shootout. A 2:05.56 from Jamie Davis. Puts him at top of the timesheets and above Andrew Cowan at this stage in time. But next up, Billy Mole, the young gun sinker, the driver that we both agree has one of the best names in sim racing that we've ever seen in our lives. Oh, what's it going to take to beat that time of Davis? Because we didn't think anyone was going to be able to beat Cowie's time by 2:05.7, but Davis is absolutely blown out of the water by about 2/10. Can Mole go any faster?
No comment. For those of you...
You got no way of holding kayfabe, do you, Sinker? There's absolutely no way of doing it.
No, but I don't. For those of you who are wondering who Kimmy is the sister-in-law to the Andersons, and she had some untimely passing about a week or so ago, and taken well before her time. So condolences go out from SRW, all the admin, RC team, owners, and the community itself. So I hope you guys take a little bit of smiles and happiness out of what we've been able to do tonight for you.
That's all we ever want to do, is provide some smiles, some laughs, and some good memories across the board, of course, whether it's for sim racing or for outside sim racing as well. So we hope that it just helps cope.
This young fella, Mr. Mole, has been coming up week in, week out, putting in some consistent lap times, consistent driving, and he's been improving out of sight, mate. He is turning into the real deal.
Mate, this kid is ridiculous. I mean, he leads the championship coming into this round on 1,044 points before drop round, 60 points ahead of John Gallen at the moment in the championship, and he is ripping up the track at this stage across the top end of town. Unfortunately, with these sectors, it does tell us where he's going to end up, unfortunately. But we do just get to enjoy the lap for itself, even though it does kind of spoil things for us where he ends up. But at the moment, he is looking ultra quick, ultra dangerous, and he's looking primed to take this Split 1 championship sinker.
He's doing really well. He's got the right mindset and everything.
He comes down towards the chase to finish up this lap. The Nova Sim Sports driver, Billy Mole, in the number 12 Commodore. Does it nicely. Oh, a little bit of a flick there through the exit. And up towards the final corner for the man who entered this session, P2 on the road. We'll go one better as he crosses the line. Billy Mole goes provisional pole position in the top 10 shootout, with Davis knocked down to P2 with a 2:05.5 for Mole.
That's bloody less than 4/100ths of a second. That is ridiculous. Unbelievable how close these guys are.
It is ridiculous.
Unreal. That is literally that. If that. If that. What have we got left?
We've got Sean Rigby up next, who was an absolute revelation on debut last week at Sandown. Of course, he debuted. It was 2 weeks ago at Sandown he debuted. I do apologise. My brain's a bit gone because I missed Oran Park, but he's been an absolute revelation. He started at the back end of the field, finished in the top 3, and now looks to cement himself as a regular here on the Tuesday nights. He's already been put up into Split 1, and he wants to try and reclaim that pole position that he had leading into the shootout here. He comes up the hill towards Griffin's Bend on board with him. We're not going to give his sectors on screen because that may give it away with Billy Mole on provisional pole position. Through the first corner, the first sector reads as 22.66. Absolute limits for Sean Rigby. Into the cutting now, a little bit wide. Don't know how this run's going to be for him. Up underneath the Fujitsu sign, Sector 2 was a 24.61. So he's gone slightly slower than Billy Mole at the moment. It's that little wiggle cost him, Sinker.
Yeah. It's just not as settled as he was in the practice sessions. I think this could be a little bit of nerves we're watching scene right now.
Sector 3, 18.26. Sector 4, it's a 12.54. So, sorry, no, 11.69. That was his previous sector on the warm-up lap. 11.69. So he's not doing too bad. That little slide, though.
That's going to cost. That was not where you want to lose traction. That you want to bed that car down and tear through that last corner and get the grip down early so that by the time you hit the end of this straight, you're at top speed.
Through the chase he comes, hard under brakes. Oh, massive curb strike through there. That's going to unsettle the car massively. Down towards Hell Corner. Unfortunately, that sector may have cost him a 25.79. Into the final corner now for Sean Rigby in the 828 machine. Across the line for the final runner in the shootout. And he's gone P5 on the road, Sinker, with a 205.9.
That is, it's still a very, very good time, mate. Very good time. Got him in the 5th place. So that is the last of our drivers. No, yes, it is.
It is.
It is. So
it is
we
the
have
last
got
of our drivers.
Billy Mole in 1st place, winning the top 10 shootout. His first win for a top 10 shootout as well for 205.497, followed by Jamie Davis from Team SRW with a 205.559. Andrew Cowan, PSR, with a 205.737. A lot of 205s, mate. This is really good. Shane Douglas, a 205.778. Sean Rigby, a 205.898. John Gallen, 206.338. Mickey Clifton, the screen disappeared on me.
Oh, you don't have the timing anymore. Have you just lost the times?
No, the timing disappeared. It came off because the session went to the next session.
They advanced the next session.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to quit this session. Stay with us. This is 42, 44 of you. We're going to give away some stuff as well. Hamish is launching the session, so it won't take long. I've already got my second camera ready on the start of the grid, so that's going to be yibbida and a lot of fun.
You just need to reload it into Discord, and then we are right to go for it.
It is already in Discord, isn't it?
No, it went away. I don't know why.
Away when it crashed. I'm a bit of a crash test dummy myself. I'm thinking. I watched this meme the other day on Facebook, and this dude was hopping in the car to take his daughter for a driving test, and this is what I'm going to do for my boy. He was wearing a crash test dummy outfit, a full zip, top to tail, and the daughter got in the car, looked at him, and just got straight out and slammed the door.
Can you make that your race suit when you return to the sim?
Crash test dummy race suit. I might have to bring out my I don't know. See, in the early days when we weren't so when we didn't have people watching us on Facebook and YouTube, I actually had the pit crew, and my pit crew were Hooters girls. So I created the outfits that they wear was actually looked like they were wearing a Hooters outfit.
Gonna
with
be
a helmet
honest, not the image I wanted in my head.
Mr. Rigby just got home. Can't wait for it. Pit sleep deprived Sinker. Mate, I've got a 4-year-old. Sleep is one thing we do not get. I'm not sure if you've got any kids yet, Laura, or if you plan to have any, but forget about sleeping in until they've left the house or until you've booted them out of the house, I reckon.
Well, seeing we got a little bit of a warm-up session to come before the race tonight.
Yeah.
I am going to quickly go retrieve a drink for myself, so I'm ready to go for this race start. And then we will get rocking and rolling, and we'll skip ahead this session to go to the race. That's the beauty of the replay session. We don't have to sit through the warm-up. We can go straight to the race when we're ready to go. So I'll be back in a sec.
We'd have to sit there and listen to them all crap on in the background. So, people, here, some things you're going to be able to win tonight. We have got... hot off the press, they arrived on Thursday night, SRW is going through a bit of a change in the background. We're starting to get our store set up and everything like that. We've got rigs set up at Grim Industries. We're going to have a place where people can hire venue and all that sort of thing. So it's going to be pretty cool. We've got the Sandown 500 coming, and they're going to have SRW drivers driving from the new venue. And we're going to be live broadcasting that race from there as well. So we're going to have a bit of fun. But we're also going to enter things like the Bathurst 1000, the officials, and we're going to do a live stream of the race from our perspective and with the drivers and stuff like that too. So we've got a few things we're doing. We're going to be selling rigs soon. We've got floor mats for underneath your rigs that are coming out. We're going to be able to do custom ones for the teams as well. We've just done some custom ones for Shannon's. And we're also going to have some apparel, which is on there at the moment. We're going to release that at the same time. But the gloves have just arrived. So we've got SRW gloves that are bloody awesome. They've got some padding on the fingers and on the palms. They've got silicone ink print for them for extra traction and grip. They're a four-way stretch lycra-based polyester, full sublimated prints on it. They look fantastic, and tonight we're going to give away a pair. So once the race is started, I'm going to ask a question. We're going to have 35 plus people in the room, and the person who gets the question right will win them. I'll give you to DM me, and I'll get your address details and sizes.
When you give your answer, do hashtag and then your answer, so it actually highlights the answer that you give, so we don't have to go jumping through every single comment out there. So when you give your answer, do hashtag and then write your answer. I'll give you an example in the chat, so you guys can see what I mean.
Mr. Rigby, yeah, it looked like you were taking it a bit conservative look, mate, through that. But you know what? Still a pretty good damn effort, mate. Yeah,
I reckon, Sinker, you could probably ask your question now to give him plenty of time to do it, and as well, we're not able to call the action and stop the action to ask the question. What do you reckon?
Well, I don't want them to win the prize and leave, Hamish.
Yeah, but that's why we give them a reason to not leave by having a great race.
Well, this is true as well. But we'll wait till the race starts. After the first few laps, I will ask the question, and we'll give something away, or give a pair of gloves away. And if you don't use them, you can always give them to a family member that uses them. And they're pretty good. SW meetups at Sandown Sing.
They're also Sinker. I mean, they're not just limited to being able to be used for sim racing as well.
Oh, no.
Use them if you're riding bikes. If you need a pair of gloves to wear in the shed or to unload a van, some work gloves, whatever it might be. Multi-diverse, multifaceted in terms of what you can use them for.
They've also got you can use them for driving your car every day. Actually, they've also got the touch screen fingertips for the thumb and the index finger as well. So they're pretty spectacular.
If I see you driving around in SRW branded gloves, I'm not going to be able to stop laughing for about a week. I'm just going to.
No, man, I wouldn't. Hold off is my opinion. This fun. And the apprehension is taking its toll.
My God. All right, what we're going to do now, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to skip to the start of the race right here. So we'll skip to this point, and we're going to get our grid up for the enduro race here tonight. Scott, why is it doing it like that? It's not reading the grid properly. That's annoying. It's very annoying. Why has it done that?
It's all right. We know who it is.
We know who it is. It's Billy Mole. He's starting on pole.
We know who it is.
He starts on pole here tonight. As everyone else is going to join the grid in behind him. There he is right there. Pole position sitter, Billy Mole, in tonight's race. Of course, he'll start alongside Jamie Davis. I'll start ahead of Andrew Cowan, Jace Douglas, Sean Rigby, Rockstar Mickey Clifton, Brad Wall, Matty Parker, as well as others in behind them as well. Mark Houghton. In fact, Mark Houghton, I think, is actually starting ahead of Matty Parker because he actually finished his lap.
Yeah. We've got 30 cars on the grid, buddy.
Mate, 30 odd. Oh, well, technically it's 28 because of the safety car drivers. So we have actually gained a driver in this, in between the sessions, actually. I think we've gained Blake Fitzpatrick, if I'm not correct.
Safety car drivers aren't in this session at all, mate. It's just the drivers. Blake Fitzpatrick's the 30th driver. So there's been a few people. Steve Martin that joined in the session as well.
You need to look up those Sinker on SDK. 22 and 23 is Greg Barber and Tyson McAvoy race controllers.
Oh, those numbers aren't on the screen.
Yeah, so it counts 30 people in the session, but they're technically not driving. So
Julie for podium, 2 Apex cars start next to each other, other in the middle, and me. We don't seriously. We know the starting grid. We've got no idea who won. No idea at all. We've kept my nose out of it. Didn't ask. I didn't watch any race reports. Nothing.
I was at a gig that night, so I got no idea what happened aside from the fact that JP couldn't broadcast it. Lights are going to go up though. We're going to go racing for 80 minutes around Bathurst here. Mole on pole with Davis alongside. We are go for Bathurst enduro action as Clifton rocketed off the start. It looks to already go round the outside of Mr. Sean Rigby up Mountain Straight. He's had to back out of it the last moment as Gallon's also now dropped back off the back of Douglas. Davis all over Billy Mole up the Mountain Straight now as they run up towards Griffin's Bend, and the pressure's already being applied to the absolute maximum on Billy Mole right now. Oh, Davis runs it out wide. Cowie's trying to sneak it up the inside as well.
Oh, God, that was close.
Oh, my God. Absolutely. It is.
Mole is pulling away already. He's only 1 second away.
Douglas has already now offloaded Andrew Coward as well. Dispatched of him. He's been pushed back in towards Sean Rigby, John Gallen, Mick Clifton, Brad Wall, Matty Parker, Mark Houghton makes up the top 10. Dooley, Weston, Rushworth, Hayes, Martin, Douglas, Healy, Pavlovich, King, Williams, Lefevre, Fitzpatrick, Feldman, Vandermeulen, and Lipsky, Traynor, Anderson, Noble is the field for this race, and Billy Mole has rocketed away from Jamie Davis here. Douglas chases him down. Cowie, though, struggling early. I think he might be fuel saving right now, Sinker. I reckon he's gone for a one-stop.
Oh, but you know what? I reckon you'd be spot on there. Cowie is definitely someone who would try that around here. And he's, Brad Ward, the bottom screen. It's locked up, missed his break point and turned sideways. He's taken off. Who's that? It's a Mickey Rockstar
Clifton. So the top two.
No safety car.
No safety car at this stage. The top two in split two are into the wall at Forest Elbow here on lap 1, which now promotes, as a car's gone off in behind, I believe that was Jamie Davis who went off. He's back on the track. Fortunately, we won't get any replays happening tonight, ladies and gentlemen, being a replay file. Just makes it a little bit hard for us. Rushworth is out.
It was Brad Wall.
Yep.
His break point, and unfortunately, he hit the back quarter of Mickey Rockstar Clifton.
So this has now promoted both the Team Apex Esports drivers of Andrew Rushworth and Brad Hayes to the top 2 positions right now, Sinker, of split 2, with Weston on the back end of the top 10 with Troy Dooley as well. As in the background, Scott Lefevre. No, that was Scott Lefevre of ESR. He had a big old spin at turn 1. Parker's still going strong. Why do you think it was Parker? You're focused on Parker at the moment.
I am in the bottom one too. Yeah, there you go. Plug.
Oh, never changed.
I'll tell you what. Clifton, no slam. I'll tell you what, Cowie is having an absolute belter down the mountain at the moment. It's like, my screen going too fast.
As Mole continues on down through the dipper, with Douglas hot on his tail. So Douglas managed to dispatch a Davis when he ended up in off the track at the chase. And right now the top 2 are separated by barely anything at the front end of the field as they come down Conrod. And you know what, Sinker? This is like the one of two spots around this track you get any sense of reprieve. It's just you chill out for a moment, you have a drink if you've got one on hand, and you set yourself up.
You're at the 50-meter mark.
Yeah, pretty much. You set yourself up for the next braking zone.
Yeah. Big movers already. Mark Horton up.
He's up. Oh no, the movers.
Penalty.
Oh.
So car 220 was Brad Wall. He got drive-through penalty for rear-ending the back of.
So, just quickly, Sinker, before we actually mention big movers, it hasn't actually classified them correctly of where they actually started. So, the gains and losses are completely incorrect.
Yes. I stopped. I was up there, and I thought Jamie Davis up 21 places. I said, that's not quite right.
Oh, Pavlovic's had a moment in the background. Down at turn 1, he's been spun round somehow. Ends up at the back end of the pack with Jared Williams coming past. Brad Anderson at the moment, a little bit of a cork in the bottle ahead of Scott Lefevere, of course. Clifton a wall further back. Noble's been in the wars a bit early here. He's somehow struggling.
I'm going to go to Blake Fitzpatrick on my other cam.
Very good.
And he's got the boys chasing him down very closely.
See as well, Mole still leads Douglas round. And I mean, this is kind of, it's one of those spots in the Enduro we had it very similarly with Sandown, Sinker, where right now we're settled in. You know, we've still got 75 odd minutes left of racing. Everything, it really comes down to the last 15 to 20 minutes. That's when everything comes to a head. Right
I'll tell you
now,
something really funny.
What?
Mickey Rockstar Clifton is starting to call himself the Rockstar.
I know. And you know what? That makes him not a rock star if he starts calling himself the Rockstar.
It's like that commercial. Oh, you guys, you can't call yourselves Rockstar. Give me the air guitar. Give me the air guitar.
Kind of takes the weight of the nickname away, I think, when they start calling themselves the nickname, surely.
I love it. I love it. We have got some amazing people that race with us, and you know what? You all have a barrel laughs and fun with us, and we love you for it. Nicky Clifton, Mr. Rockstar Clifton is on the bottom of the screen at the moment, Hamish, and he looks like he's had his hair clipped. He has no rear wing.
Yeah, he's lost the back end of the mullet.
He's been clipped, mate. The back of the mullet is gone.
As a man with a mullet, I cry for you, Mickey. As Brad Anderson's in the wall there. Yeah, that was Brad and Scott. Yeah, Brad and Scott Lefevere in the wall at Forest Elbow there on the bottom screen.
Yeah, it's all of rock.
It's all of rock and roll. Oh.
I haven't heard that for a long time.
Oh, wow. Good old Chris Jericho. Oh, what a deep cut that is.
All right, I'm going to go to Steve Martin. He's having a bit of a ding-dong there with the boy behind him.
Very good.
Serious racing. Some spectacular battles going on. If there's anyone you people want us to see, go for it. Right, this is the moment you've been waiting for. 45 people in the room. Okay, to win a pair of the new SRW short version in racing gloves, you need to know. And remember, you can't. You'll have to look back through the archives or some other videos or whatever else in this sport. What car number do I usually drive with? Hashtag that number.
I don't even know that, Sinker. I don't even know that, to be honest with you.
Oh, there you go. We have to guess it. What number does Sinker usually racing? If you can remember that, what number my car is, you will win yourselves some new SRW sim racing gloves.
I feel like the harder question would have been, what number does Hamish race with? Because it's very rare that I reveal that on SRW.
I'm hoping some people remember. Surely I've spun enough times to impregnate that into your brain.
Is this your last ditched effort of trying to claim some sort of notoriety amongst the field?
There's a 99, there's a 64. No, everyone keeps missing it.
Hey, hang on. Sean's putting in multiple answers. I feel like we need to limit this to one answer per person.
Well, as long as I guess we can keep going until someone guesses it.
Problem is, if you forget what it is, Sinker, we're all done with, because no one will know.
I'm probably the only one that does know. I'm sure Barb's one of their boys or girls in our team have it.
If none of you get it,
that's what we want.
If none of you get it by the end of the lap, we'll give you a clue.
Yes, we will give you a clue by the end of the lap until someone gets it.
Yeah, we'll go lap by lap. Lap by lap, we'll give more and more clues until we get the correct answer going.
3-5-1. No, I'm sorry. It's Pagan.
Surely, since we've gone 10 viewers over the expected amount, we have to do 2 giveaways, Sinko. Surely. I feel like that's fair.
What was that?
I feel like that's fair. We've gone 10 over the expected amount. We got to give 2 pairs away, I reckon.
That could possibly happen. Yes.
I've got a better trivia question than the one that Sinker gave.
It's always been the same number in the V's. I've always had the same number. Since I started at SRW, and it's still the same number with the new registration system. Oh, Project 36. No, that's my brother's number. 024.
Wrong Sinker
You're getting
on that
close.
one. The wrong Sinker on that one. Everyone asks Dean. Dean just going to get enthralled with questions. What's Sinker's number? 38012.
Oh, Picoli's got it.
067.
Hashtag 067.
I think she said that previously.
Miss
She said that about 10 comments ago, actually, and we completely missed it. So congratulations, Steph. You've won yourself a pair of SRW branded driving gloves.
Well done, mate. No, that was the first time she's guessed it.
No. If you scroll back, it is further up.
I can't see. It was 064. She got 64.
No, she went 067 earlier. It was underneath Vandermeer and guessing 54. Above,
I don't know, but
above
anyway,
bloody
doesn't
OCE as one of the SRW drivers, I have no clue. So
anyway, Stephanie Piccoli, you are the official winner of some sick new racing gloves. So
let us know if we should give away another pair, and if you do want us to do that, then I have a better trivia question than that one to come. So let us know if you want us to do another giveaway of another set of gloves.
A bit later on.
A bit later on.
I'm not sure if we have a safety car or not tonight, but let's see. Project 36, one glove, no love, mate. If there's a safety car, we'll do another one as well.
Yeah.
I've got another question.
I've got a good question, Sinker. I do. But I'll only reveal it if we agree to do another one later on.
Yes, if we have a safety car, we'll do one straight away.
Yeah.
I don't know. These guys are probably driving there going, "Oh, we didn't have one."
Oh damn! We're not getting a set of gloves.
Who do you want to see out there? Billy Mole is currently. What about helmets?
He's
I'm not giving that away, mate. My wife will kill me.
Can I get my helmet made, please? I want to. I designed my own helmet, but ain't no way.
Okay, so Billy Mole is sitting out with two tenths ahead of Jamie Davis. Jason Douglas, I should say, and Jamie Davis is following them. So a very tight little battle at the front we've got there. Douglas is having a look on the inside of Mole, making sure he's getting into his mirrors. Will he be able to gain some exit pace out of this corner here? This is a crucial bit. He's got to get the power down first. No, he's not close enough.
Davis is back on him, though. He's managed to...
Yeah, he's back on him, but I reckon he's close enough.
Managed to claw his way back into this battle. Jace, I had to focus on driving, not numbers. I suppose, though, the more someone has a crash, the more often you either remember their name or their number, or both, I feel.
Yeah.
If you pay attention to it, I guess.
Just because gave something away doesn't mean we all go away. So just keep sticking around and watch us because the action is getting better and faster and thicker. What's our prediction for a pit? When are we going to see the first pits here?
Probably. Well, if we think about it, so Moldo's pushing hard across the top, big slide. Think about it. So if we get a safety car, very likely they could go one stop. I think we're going to see a two. We won't see a three stopper. See the two stopper will be about half an hour and then about an hour into the race. So Probably a little while away from a pit stop. Could see it as early as 20 minutes if you want to commit to the two-stopper. But that does mean you're doing a half an hour stint to the end, so might not be the most viable.
Out there. Look, you have a young son. I'm local Bathurst. I'm from Oberon. Well done, mate. 25 minutes, first stop.
Kurt Weavekin's comment, 43 people watching. We need 43 safety cars. That's phenomenal. As the top three continue their battle down towards the chase, we can see on the bottom screen as well, we have Stephen Martin all over the back of Scott Weston in the battle for the back end of the top 10. Of course, Martin being the leader of the split 2 field at the moment. He's got Rushworth and Hayes in behind him. There's a couple of split 1 drivers spread out amongst that little pack as well.
Battle here with Fitzpatrick at the moment.
That's right, Brad. Only one set of tyres here tonight as well. So it does mean if you're committing to the 2-stop, you're probably only going to change those tyres at the second stop, which would be around about the 50-minute to the hour mark. If you're going for the 1-stop, well, that makes your job easy. You just come in and take your tyres. So it's going to be a tough way to balance it. We'll get a good view of that tomorrow night as well, live with the V8 Supercars Championship, brought to you by Warren & Brown Tools. When the pro field's out there, the likes of Scott Gamble, I know he's supposed to be racing tomorrow night, as well as young Rehan Leonage, so be good to see. He might be a bit depressed tomorrow, though, Sinker, I will say. I don't know if I don't think he's going to be returning to commentate events with me off the back of the scoreline tonight with the Lions and the Blues. May have lost a friend in Scott Gamble. I don't know. Hopefully not. He's quite a good co-commentator with me on Saturday nights normally. It's currently 99-51 for the Lions and the Blues. So,
jeez,
I don't think he's going to be very happy with my team at the moment. Here's Mr. Gamble.
On the bottom screen there.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, bit of wall there.
They're pushing hard. Yeah, they are pushing hard. So you mentioned the 1,000. I know I've mentioned this to you a little while ago, but I'm just going to assume you actually forgot. The first ever Bathurst 1000 I ever did on iRacing, and I found this out, in my split that I was in, guess what car was in my split?
What car?
Team SRW, being driven by Scott Rankin. And
that would have been Scott Rankin and Mr. Greg Leake.
That's it, Mr. Leake.
Yep.
So yeah, they were in my split.
Yeah.
And we beat them.
When Scotty Rankin had a brief foray in the Team SRW.
Yep.
He was actually the first driver we actually physically took on as a driver when he was racing in the Indy
cars.
In the second drop.
It's just quite it's quite interesting how sometimes you find those little tidbits of information and you're like surprising where you end up eventually, you know? I raced and beat a Team SRW car with Scott Rankin in it. Then spoke to Scott Rankin when I was doing vets and started doing commentary for SRW as well. It's a crazy world how that works out as Douglas takes the lead from Billy Mole in through turn 2. Davis is now all over the back of Mole as well. Up towards Griffin's Bend, but can't quite get, up into the cutting, I should say. Can't quite get there, though, off the back of that as they continue on up towards Silman Park. So, yeah, it's quite interesting how so much of a small world it is in Australian sim racing and how that can all come together.
Well, 100%. It's amazing how big a world it is as well, because I look at some of the driver names and other sections and other things that are Australian that I've never ever heard of. So it's amazing how big the sim community is in Australia.
Trevor Youngson is calling for another giveaway at the moment. I'll tell you what, Trevor. We'll let's compromise this, Sinker. We'll do one on the first first pit stop period. How about we do that? So when the first pit stop period happens, we'll do another giveaway. You better know your SRW history, because I got a great question that will challenge you.
It'll be
Oh, just quickly here. Sorry, Sinky, you've got it on your screen. I'm about to pull it up, though. Martin has gone round at Forest Elbow.
Yeah.
And has dropped out of the lead of the split 2 field. Oh, and he's then put the car back in the wall.
He's just giving himself more damage.
No.
Oh, that would have hurt.
That now promotes.
Going there.
Yeah, he might have to. We might get the giveaway earlier than expected if he does have to tow back. Because then we do get the safety car. He's going again. He's coming back down the mountain now, so we do not have a safety car just yet.
You do not have a safety
So
car.
Andrew Rushworth on board with him now. He is now the leader of the split 2 field once again. He's got Fitzpatrick and Weston in behind him. He's now inside the top 10. Brad Hayes, his teammate, sits P2 in the split 2 field. And Jacob Traynor, who's blinking in and out like a set of eyelids, is sitting P3 in the split 2 field at this stage. For split 1, the top 3 cars on the road is Jace Douglas, Jamie Davis, and Billy Mole. So Davis has now dispatched of Billy Mole to get into P2 on the road, Sinker.
Tell you what, this battle on my screen is getting really tight. Brad Hayes has got that can't be right. Not Brett Douglas.
It's Craig Healy. Scott Weston and Blake Fitzpatrick ahead of him. That is Brett Douglas in behind him.
Yeah.
Mr. Taylor not in the field tonight. Very interesting.
My driver Jacob Traynor is having all sorts of internet issues and he's been blinking all over the place. I think he might get his marching order soon. I'm going to have to sit down and have a chat and see if we can help him fix it.
New modem coming this Traynor's way.
Damage.
Clifton's in the lane as well at this stage.
Is that a pit stop strategy?
Or at 20 minutes, it could arguably be one. Maybe he just couldn't go any longer with the damage he had. He knows he can get home with another pit stop. Patrick at the cat saying spewing to missed qualifying for this one. That's a shame you went out there, Blake. Could have been a proper contender in that shootout. Trev Youngster saying I'm a big fan of Chaz Mostert. I like Mozzie. I'm hoping he can win a Supercars championship at some point.
Chaz Mostert is my favourite supercar driver as well. I think he's just got that old school attitude about him, and I love it. I love that. He reminds me of the old days.
He's one of my favourites to watch. My personal favourite driver is James Golding, but that's because he's local to my area where I live. But but no, I like Chaz. I like seeing him win. I hope he can win a championship. I hope Will Brown can win a championship as well at some point. But no, I think Chaz is overdue for one. I really do, and I think I'd like to see what he can do. Hoping Kaseki can do well when he goes to DJR next year as well. Hopefully he can get back to winning ways and back to championship contention for himself too. So it'd be interesting to see.
This battle with Rushworth and Blake on the bottom screen is getting tougher and tougher. It looks like as they come up to the mountain, they're getting closer together, and then they go down the mountain, they're spreading out a bit. But I tell you what, great little ding-dong there. Cam Waters, yeah.
I like Cam.
Yeah, he's all right. He just, I don't know, sometimes he has that very vague look about
He
it.
has built a sick XB Falcon sinker. It is
I did
elite.
see that. I saw that at Moto X when we were doing some work with Warren and Brown. They had the stand there. They had the car there.
Charles at Bathurst the year Chaz broke his leg.
Down at Kelly Bourbon.
I reckon that was his year for a championship. Until then, I agree, Shoz. I do think that was probably Chaz's year to win the title. I think Bathurst did actually screw him on that case. Which is a shame for Chaz. Back in the chat, our daughter went to school with Mostert's nephew, apparently. He's annoying. She's since changed schools. Another elite comment from Beck in the chat. I love it. Oh, it's so good.
Beck Bogan, we love you.
One of the
I still
best.
reckon you keep your maiden name.
Murray Erebus Championship contender for next year? I don't think so. I don't think so, to be honest with you. I think it'll take Cooper a couple of years to get up to pace amongst the field, I think.
By then it won't be Gen 3, it'll be GT3.
Yeah, so I don't know. Brad, I say next season could be the last SLW series with these supercars before Gen 3 appears in IRacing. This is correct. Gen 3 is heavily heavily rumoured for Season 1 of 2024, with the fact that it was nearly in the Season 4 build. So it's pretty much worst kept secret that it's next season, I think, Sinker. I know that you believe it's never coming out, but
it's going to be Season 1 this year.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm not going to hold my breath anytime soon. Jacob Trainer's gone into the pits. His internet's been blinking. Steve asked him to go in there.
Mr. Davis as well is now leading the race. He has gone past Jace Douglas. These guys swapping and changing positions over the last couple laps here. Maybe starting to work together just to save a little bit of fuel. They know they can't win the race just yet. All three of them very, very smart operators, Sinker. We know Jamie's been a little bit unlucky in the past. He was trying to go 9 races in a row without getting an incident, and unfortunately copped one in a GTD race earlier in the season. But to my knowledge, I don't think he's actually copped a penalty ever since then. So he is on the up and up at the moment, is young Mr. Davis.
Yeah, his last one was in the Friday night GT3.
Yeah, it was in the GT3s at Imola. So he's gone quite well over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. Well, he was up. That was his 9th week at GT3. Needed to get through that to get his 4 points back. So it's been a bit of sideways action there from Brad Hayes. Scotty Weston, I should say.
As Douglas and Davis continue on through the final corner.
Who was Brad Hayes driving for now? Wasn't
Team
he?
Apex Esports League. He joined them at the start of the season. Glad to see you pay attention to Brad Hayes all season, Sinker.
I thought he was with Scotty Weston's team.
No, he's not. He's not been. I don't think he's ever been with East West Racing. East West Racing, of course, have Scott Weston, Craig Healy, and Matt Stoyles in their
Scott
team.
Weston, I'll think of. Yes.
That's you, Trevor Youngson. Thank you for asking nicely in the chat for a shout out.
Yeah, we're always out to give you a shout out, mate. You are a Bathurst local. If you want to catch up with Trevor Youngson, I'm sure he's at the local pub.
I don't know. By the sounds of some of these comments, I don't know if Trevor's actually over the age of 18, Sinker.
My assumptions can only be that he is.
Well, we can only ever assume so much, but it's great to have him in the chat with us regardless. Here is Davis. Oh, he's got some slow traffic up ahead. It's Josh King. Oh, Josh King's gone into the wall ahead at the S's, trying to stay out the way of the front runners. Oh, my God. So he's just struggling at this stage. Fitzy in the chat saying this race worked out very good though. Misqualifying probably helped. Well, you know, it can sometimes. Well, I think races around here especially, it is just survival of the fittest, even in like a non-endurance format, because you can have so many times you can have drivers end up in the wall and get those free positions. Just off the back of it.
It's imperative to stay clean at Bathurst.
Exactly.
Needs to keep the car fresh and clean.
Mick Clifton 26 need to come back. Hey, you know, how many bands out there have gone into retirement and then had a comeback tour about 4 or 5 times? I mean, you know, just pull a Rolling Stones and release a new album about 20 years after your last one, Mick. I'm sure you'll make your way back up the order again. You got the pace in the car. As we continue on through, so we're not too far away from the pit stop period, of course, Sinker. And again, as we mentioned, we never really know what the lay of the land is in the whole field until we're after those pit stops, because that's, you know, that final 15 to 20 minutes, that's when we really get to see who's in proper contention. But also, you know, to survive up to that point, incredibly difficult when racing in such close quarters with your competitors. A safety car could completely change the game for a lot of these drivers out there as well. Could completely change their strategy. Everything is on the line for this race. It's the final droppable round of the season before we go to Road Atlanta on Tuesday. And you've got to try and maximise. You've got to try and maximise here, especially if you've had a poor round earlier in the season. The likes of Billy Mole, John Gallen, Andrew Cowan, they've got to maximise because they've got a championship to fight for on Tuesday night.
100%. Dave Douglas has got the fastest lap for the session at the moment with a 2:05.270. So he's doing really, really well.
As they continue on through towards Forest Elbow. Douglas with a massive lunge.
I was talking about Jacob Trainer. His internet, he's been asked to go to the pits and he's sitting in the pits at the moment till his internet fixes. So I don't know if he'll be coming out again or if he does come out again. Martin Lipsky's in there as well at the moment. He's done a pit on this lap. Is he coming out? The pits are taking anything from 18 seconds to 24 seconds. Here we go. Lipsky is coming out.
Martin Lipsky returning to the field at the back end of the piece. Gallons had an early stop, lap 12. Houghton came in on the same laps, about 3 laps to go for them. Front runners are continuing on, so those guys committing to an early stop. They're committing to the 2-stop strategy here as Matty Parker now enters the lane as well. Andrew Cowan undoubtedly saving fuel right now, Sinko. I think we can both agree. Yeah,
Parker is in the pits.
I just mentioned that literally
the top 10 to go into the pit.
20 seconds ago, Sinko. I just said Parker's in.
Did you?
I did, yeah.
Well, why isn't he on the racks?
He was on. I had him on screen as he's entering the pit entry.
Oh, goodness me. Anyway, Parker's in the pits, so is Vandermill.
Yep, so the
Aaron Williams is
the Nova Super Sport Strategy's on hand at this stage.
I just heard safety car. Safety car has been called.
Safety car? Are you sure you heard safety car?
Has been called.
I don't see a safety car.
Flippin' heck.
I see the safety car in the pit lane. I don't see it anywhere on track.
Safety car has been called.
Who would have caused this safety car? Let's have a look on the thing.
I think it's Jared Williams.
It is Jared Williams. He's parked up at the top of the hill. You can see him there right on the apex of McPhillamy. So this is undoubtedly a safety car because he has not been allowed to tow back to pits just yet. So this makes things incredibly interesting because this now changes the game in terms of strategy. Those who have already come in, can they make it home on that fuel? We don't know, but those who are fuel saving to make it home, it makes it tough. Sinker, your stream's just closed for the second screen. That's incredibly weird why that's happened.
Crashed twice now in the last few days.
Wow. That's right, Sean. We've got a giveaway. We've got a giveaway since the safety car was called. And my question is undoubtedly better than Sinker's was, and you need to know your SRW Supercars history to get this one correct. It's a tough question. This is not an easy question. This is a tough question. The information's out there if you're willing to find it.
Know what we're giving away?
What are we giving away, Sinker?
We're giving a season 4 subscription away.
Let's go. So to earn the right to race in SRW next season for free, yes, for free, this is the question you need to answer. Who won the Pro-Am Championship on Tuesday nights last season, and who won the Pro-Am on Sundays last season? 4 names you need to give in the chat for your answer to get this one correct.
We're going to be here till
So
Friday.
who won the Pro Championship, the Sunday Pro-Am, the Tuesday Pro-Am, and the Am Championship last season? Well, it was only 2 months ago, Sinker. They should not need to forget it by now.
Oh, mate. I can't remember right now.
I can. It's a good job I'm here because I can.
Yep, I've got Tuesday night. I know that. I've got a clue for Tuesday night. And yep, I've got Sunday night in my head as well. Cool.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. Jason Douglas, Supercars, Cowie Pro-Am, Jamie Davis.
Incorrect, Jason. Incorrect.
That's Jamie Davis.
We need all 4 names in the same answer. I don't know. I don't know. He's done it wrong. Yeah, I'll write an example using 4 names from our current list of drivers on here. It's a good example.
Gallon Davis. No. Beck, all you got to do is go to the old YouTube shows and dig them out through there.
Or find it on the Facebook, because I think there was a post announcing the champions.
Madonna, Prince Charles, That was close. It was Hermes and the Hermits. What lap are we up to here, Hamish?
We are up to, I can't read at the moment because the safety car graphics up. I'll tell you in a moment. So I'm putting a comment in. This is just an example of how we want it. Just make it easier for you. I need to think of an AM name. Let's go to Josh King. That'll do. So this is just an example of the names that are in here at the moment. Where's Pro-Am?
What's your timestamp at the moment, mate?
I don't know, mate, without loading it up. Without letting up make a lie. I'll tell you the exact lap in a moment. So we need 4 names. We need 4 names. That's an example that I've just posted in the chat. You'll see Hamish Munro has posted. That's an example of how we want it. So Pro, Paz for Pro-Am Sunday, Pat for Pro-Am Tuesday, Am. That's how we want it formatted. But obviously with the correct names on the doors. Mukau McElhaney, Cowie, Fitz, Davis, Gallen. Incorrect. But I hope I'll give you a clue. 2 of those names are correct. Craig Healy in the chat, Jamie Dyke, Andrew Cowan, John Gallen, Blake Fitzpatrick.
That is correct.
We have a winner. It is Craig Healy. Congratulations, Craig. You will be racing in SRW next season for free. Congratulations, Craig. You are correct. Jamie Dyke won the Pro Championship on Sunday. Andrew Cowan won the Sunday Pro-Am Championship. John Gallen won the Tuesday Pro-Am Championship. Blake Fitzpatrick was the amateur champion last season. You'll be racing for free next season, sir. Congratulations. We love a tough trivia question, Sinker. We love a tough trivia question. Really test the brains.
That wasn't easy, but it took me a bit to remember. Okay, what lap are you on?
I'll quickly pull the safety car thing off, and I'll tell you. Lap 17, mate. So if you get it for the start of lap 18, that'll be perfect. So just get it for when Jamie's about to cross the line. Beck, we've already gotten it. Sorry. Already gotten it. No, actually, that would be wrong anyway, because Gray was a Pro-Am last season, so he could not have won the amateur championship, unfortunately. But Craig has won. His answer is correct in the chat. Congratulations, Mr. Healy. If we get another safety car, do we do another giveaway of a free season, Sinker?
Yeah, we can do that.
I'll think of another question. Maybe one that's not so tough.
Yeah, maybe the one involves one name, not just
Maybe I'll just ask them what my racing number is instead. That's a bit more general.
I think I've got us resynced, which is good.
That's good. Yeah, Brad. Craig got it. He did well to get that one correct. This has just made me want to have a trivia night for SRW now. No, don't worry, Sean. The next one will be easier than that one. We just wanted to test how much people actually follow SRW and know the stats.
Went through Discord and Facebook.
Probably the best strategy to find it, to be fair. It's where the stats are. I hope Craig hasn't already paid for next season, Sinker. Because that means we have to. That means you have to give him season 1 for free instead.
Are you on lap 18?
Not just yet, Sinker. They're coming across top of the mountain.
Yeah,
Still
you're
on lap 17. 38 minutes, 44 seconds into the race. That's right, Sean. This is helping the fuel savers incredibly. Right now, this is probably helping Andrew Cowan the most because he'll be definitely going for that one stop now. Davis, Mole, Douglas, they can go for it. So can yourself, Sean. Matty Parker, unfortunately, already pitted. But he might be close enough to the point that he can get home. So this does open the door a little bit for fuel strategy for a lot of drivers right now. Trevor saying this is my first time watching. Well, we're great. We're pleasure to have you here, Trevor. Sorry to ask such a tough question. That would have only benefited people who've either raced or have watched for a long time. I promise you the next trivia question for a giveaway will be a much more general. You don't need to know your SRW history.
We are live Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, Friday nights, and Monday nights.
That's
so
right.
Tune in, mate. You're always welcome.
Very lucky, actually, to catch us on a random Saturday. Very lucky just to catch us here on a random Saturday, actually.
Yeah, well, depending on how the registrations go for the 86 and the Formula 3s, you might also have us on a Friday night with replays.
That's right. With some second split action coming.
My wife, I'm packing my bag and putting me on the doorstep.
Yeah, that might be up to, I don't know. Oh, I was going to say Cowie could do split 2 of SFLs, but he's normally busy on a Friday, so he can't. Jamie's about to cross line and start lap 18.
11. Well, our youngest driver is youngest 2 drivers are 14 and 15.
I told you he was under 18.
Yeah.
Well, great to have you here with us, Trevor. I hope you are enjoying the show. And hopefully if you can join us in the field next season, we'd love to have you. And to get some, more experience out with us here in SRW as well. Steph saying I was very confused with the live stream tonight. Yeah. It's quite interesting when it randomly happens on a Saturday night. But I say SRW should run a championship where everyone's partner races for them in one race of their season, and it can't be a drop round.
We actually in the early days we actually had wives jump in for Valentine's Day. It didn't go too well.
I can't picture that working out very well.
Wives and partners. I think we had a swap. I can't remember.
Does that mean anyone who's single has to find a random Tinder date to come drive for them, just on a random Tuesday night out of the season?
That'd go down as a hot date.
It really would.
Hey, I'm flicking right. How about you come over and drive my sim tonight? Oh no!
on the bio, just imagining Hughesy's bio right now on Tinder. Swipe right to get on the rig. He opens the door and it's just the sim rig ready to go. Ashos, I'm so incredibly single though. Oh, poor Shoz. Poor Shoz. Down in Tassie. Fortunately, he does not have a cousin down there with him.
Yeah, task it.
It was a real deep cut right there. A real deep cut. Andrew, so that means my right hand gets to race. Oh, this is one of the best chats we've had all season. And you know what? It's like live broadcasts are great because obviously we get replays and stuff. Replays are great because we get the drivers in the chat and they love a chirp whilst they watch their own race. Yeah. It's fantastic. Which is
actually,
why
some
I
of the
think
drivers have been pretty quiet.
They have, yeah.
Davis has been quiet tonight. I reckon he's left the session. He's not watching.
Well, I was going to say, as safety car pulls away, I reckon that means that like next season, if we get split 2 of 8.6s or super formulas, that might be an unmissable show, because you're going to get wild chats happening out there of the drivers watching their own race back. That would be incredible, absolutely incredible. So safety cars pulled away from the field. Davis will have control of the field. He has taken a pit stop. I don't know.
All right, I've got my camera is going to hook up just as Mr. Davis crosses the start-finish line. So that'll get us back on skew. Anyway, people, we are down to the 43-minute mark of an hour and 20 minutes of racing. we've still got a fair bit to go.
We're halfway through,
And
Sinker. We're halfway through.
Yeah, we are halfway through, and the action is still going to start getting tougher now because it's pretty much everyone's pitted. This could be the race to the finish.
It could very well be. Does anyone need fuel? Some drivers might, who pitted a little bit too earlier. But Davis comes round the final corner. He'll get the race restarted. We are green flag running once again for Bathurst here tonight. It's Davis to Mole to Douglas to Rigby to Cowan, who's under massive pressure right now from Matty Parker through turn 1. Almost made it too wide through there. Don't forget to get your screen back up, Sinker. As Houghton and Dooley and Fitzpatrick and Rushworth make up the top 10. He's got Healy of split 2 right in behind him. That's the battle for the top 2, Rushworth and Healy. Weston, Pavlovic, Douglas and Hayes make up the top 15 with Gallen, Wall, Feldman, Vandermeer and Martin Lipsky in behind. Josh King, Mitch Noble, Mick Clifton, Jared Williams, Brad Anderson in behind them. What? You turn your camera on, Sinker, on the other account, but you got no camera turned on. That's incredibly weird. I was not ready for that. I don't know how you done that. That's weird. But anyway, regardless.
Is it working?
Beck asking, Hamish, how does Trevor get started for sim racing? Well, as an 11-year-old, I would say beg your parents to buy you a rig. Now, the stream was working, Sinker, but you've turned the camera on the other account. That's now better. Now get the stream back up. So I would say, for Trevor to start sim racing, as an 11-year-old, ask your mum and dad for, Beck's exactly right, ask mum and dad for an affordable wheel to start. Trev, go fun, Trev.
There's an old song, ask him over sixpence if they're the pink giraffe. Pimples on its whiskers, pimples on his ask him over sixpence if they're the pink giraffe.
So, Christmas is coming up in a couple of months. Just ask them if they could get you an affordable wheel and an affordable rig, possibly as well.
Look, head over to our website next weekend, simracingworld.com.au. We will have a special price on the Camus C5 sets. We've been asked to sell them for them. And,
I don't know.
Rate.
I don't know if that is the right wheel for an 11-year-old.
Oh, mate, for starting out, the C5 is pretty cool. It mounts to a desk. It mounts to anything. It's built in. It does everything you need to, and it's a good entry price too.
Well, that's
better than going for a Logitech at that sort of price.
This is true. As Douglas is all over the back of Billy Molan towards turn 2. Davis is just starting to walk away here early on in the restart period. Rigby's back up into P4. They got Cowan in behind. There's Parker and Houghton as well. Closest battle on track is this one here with Fitzpatrick and Dooley at the moment at the back end of the top 10 on Sinker's screen. We've got Davis rocketing around the top end of the mountain. Far ahead in P1 at the moment.
Yeah, he's got some great pace at the moment, Davis. His last lap was a 2:05.665, so he's getting some really good time.
Hey, Beck is very money mogul at the moment. Best get mowing your neighbour's yard for money. Honestly, not a bad shout.
Yeah.
Especially living in a country area around Bathurst. Not a bad shout. There's a lot of grass out there, a lot of farmland.
Yeah, I tried mowing my neighbour's yard and she said, sorry, I haven't got one.
Scott Campbell with the best comment. Oh, Def wet. What's Supercube Pro Base, Supercube pedals, all budget friendly. If your budget is about $6,000. He has no neighbours. Okay, well, Trev, I would say in your case, it is, see if your parents will get you an affordable wheel for your birthday or Christmas, barring that. Wait till you're old enough to get a part-time job and save up. Ask for money for Christmas, save your money and buy there's some great deals out there on Marketplace for second-hand stuff. If you're just getting started, you don't necessarily have to buy a brand new if you don't have the budget for it. You can buy second-hand. We also need a PC. That's actually the main thing. If you don't have a PC, you can't go racing, actually. So that's where the big budget goes into. So you do need a PC, which can cost you a couple of grand to get going. So
yeah, make sure when the tooth fairy comes, it's when your dad's been on the piss.
that's right.
So,
Yeah. So instead of a tenner, he gives you 100. Yeah.
He gets up in the morning and goes, yeah, tooth fairy's doing well at the moment. Brad Wall's on the second screen at the moment. He's got the boys chasing him down. He's got Hazy, Martin, and Gallen all hunting him down at the moment. And Hazy and Martin are a great old ignite. Martin right on the back of him having a drop. And they put him out. Look at this, how close these boys getting.
Hey, they are battling uber close right now at the back end of the top 10. As is Billy Mole and Jason Douglas down through the S's and into the Dipper. Look at that. It's absolutely millimetres in it between them.
If iRacing had half a brain, there should be a kangaroo box out there.
Imagine just instead of random spotty weather, it's spotty animals.
Yeah, it's earlier attention. Koalas out there now.
I don't know, I'm too busy looking at the road ahead of me than looking at the trees as I drive past. So we are half an hour to go, Sinker. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty of this race. We know that once it gets to around about 15 to 20 minutes to go, that's when it starts to heat up. That is, that's really when those strategies come into play, and when a lot of these drivers will be having to push super hard to get home to the checkered flag, of course. Cross line to start lap 22 of this race. Brad Wall's back in the pit lane. Very interesting. So he pitted a bit earlier in the race, Sinker. That makes me think that Josh King, who's in a battle at the moment with Vandermeer and Gallen, Hayes and Martin, he's going to need another pit stop as well because he came in at around about lap 10.
Yeah. It would cost Brad a fair few positions.
Trev, I'm just going to say, if you're like a school laptop, is not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it for iRacing. But again, if you can save up your money and buy a PC, and we mean like a PC tower, then that's just like your base thing you need. You need the computer, you need a monitor. There's no point having a wheel as Mitch Nobles come round. Off the exit of Griffin's Bend here, Sinker. He's got his teammate Anderson coming up behind him as well as Lipsky. That's a big loss for him there. Oh, Mitchy Noble. Yeah, we're waiting for him, Sinker, to really come to terms with the supercar. He's gotten really hooked up in the SFLs and the 8.6s, but the supercar still tests him a little bit. Week in and week out.
It's gonna take a while, man.
Yeah, it will.
It's as we know, it's not an easy car, but the boys are helping him get through to it. I've got the bottom camera sitting on Stephen Martin, and he's been chased down by a pack of madmen: Brad Hayes, Sean Van Mill, and Josh King. Nice and close.
The old screen, we've got Andrew Rushworth and Craig Healy and Peter Pavlovic. These guys are battling out the back end of the top 10. It's all for P11 on the road. They've got Troy Dooley up ahead of them at this stage, and Scott Weston and Mark Houghton as well. Mole is dropping spots. What has happened to Billy Mole? He's spun it round on the last corner, Sinker.
Oh, no.
The pole sitter has spun it round and he's dropped all the way back to the back end of the top 10, and he's under pressure from Pavlovic into turn 1.
Oh, I mean, he hasn't got too much damage, but those tyres would be screaming a little bit now. It's going to be going to take a little bit of time for him to get them back to a good temperature. Pavlovic's showing the difference in pace and getting out that corner. Look out. Oh, he's tried it left and right. He's got to be careful. He doesn't do too much moving left and right.
And that is just such a shame for Billy Mole. Well. He is, I saw that. Yeah, he is. That still brings into question some drivers may need to stop. The likes of Brett Douglas may need to stop. Houghton, I think it is. Yeah, Mark Houghton may need another stop as well. So this now spices it up a little bit for a couple of cars who may want to try and make it into the top 10 as well. Oh,
let us know if there's someone out there you want to see. We're trying to spread the love as much as possible.
Tell you what Jamie Davis does not want right now, Sinkos, he does not want another safety car. He's got 4 seconds in hand over Jason Douglas, who has a further 1 second in hand back to Rigby. If Douglas starts pushing now, he's going to close that gap up to Davis. And if there's a safety car, it could be Trev asking if we can give out a free wheel and pedals. That might be a little bit too much to ask of us, Trev. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
If you thought the free season question was hard, we'll come up with an absolute screamer for that one.
Jamie's is lapping about 8 tenths faster than Jake Douglas at the moment. So it's where he's getting this time at the moment. But
Cowie's in. Just quickly.
In.
So even Cowie, who fuel saves.
It's an undercut. And Horton as well.
Yeah, so Horton's in as well. So this spices things up because Cowie, who I would have thought for sure would have gone for the one stop, has come in, as is Josh King.
Steve Martin went the lap in early. He's got himself in a great position in front of them.
He does.
Maybe the Douglas is working.
Douglas is under pressure from Sean. Hey, I respect you asking, Trev. The worst thing we were ever going to say was no. And if we did say yes, I mean, you were never guaranteed you were going to win it. But, that's, you got the balls to ask the question. I can respect it. So, as Rigby is just all over the back of Douglas right now.
Okay, so you know how we said Billy Giles got to watch how many times he's moving left and right after he did his spin, and Peter Pav was behind him.
Yep.
Have just called it in.
Very interesting.
Yeah, to see moving under brakes, or not moving under brakes, moving. So we'll see what the race control team says.
Trev, you don't need to apologise, mate. It's all good. It's all good. Again, I mean, sometimes the worst thing someone can say is no, and you're in no worse a position than you were before you asked.
You'll learn that as you become a teenager and start dating chicks, mate. All I can say is no, it's the end of the world.
As Rigby right now has got a run on Jace Douglas down towards the chase. Douglas gives it to him, slots back in behind. Douglas carrying a little bit of damage on the front of that car, Sinker. You can see it just on that right-hand side of screen, left-hand side of the car.
Rigby's done well to get himself back up to second place after his top 10 shootout.
Incredibly well.
I'm going to change the cameras a bit on the... Oh, no, not that. Oh, here we go.
Oh, so Douglas and Martin are in.
Have gone in. Brett Douglas, Steve Martin have gone.
We try, Trev. We try. We try to crack people up as much as we can.
These boys are racing in the pits.
They are. The safety car's not out on track just yet. I haven't seen anything that would say otherwise why there would need to be one. As Cowie's had an off track in the background, Sinker at the chase. He's traversing across the sand right now. So all of a sudden, Cowie, who we thought was going to be one of the major players in this one, that's cost him massively, and he's into the pits.
Yeah, look at Digby going. Digby and Douglas. Digby just passed Douglas up there at one point, and now he's got himself in second place, and Jason put the pressure back on.
Wow. Oh, and he's got massive damage. That's why he's coming in. So that's got to be race done. That's race done for Cowie. I can't see a way for him to get back in this with 20 minutes to go, just about. But right now, Sean Rigby sits P2 on the road with Jace Douglas right up his cracker and putting all sorts of pressure on him down Conrod straight up towards the chase. Does he cover the inside line and let Douglas past? Do they do the switch that they did last time by, but the other way around? Douglas is all over him. He's got the run down the straight. He's going to try and get it done up the inside of Rigby. Gets it done into the chase. Takes back second position, and Rigby has to concede. And now they continue on for another lap further.
That's a great little battle there by Digby.
Jace Douglas saying why he had damage. I tapped Mole when he slammed brakes on. He went round at Murray's. Oh, okay. Okay, that would explain it then. So there was a bit of contact between them, and that's why Mole is carrying the damage. And these guys battling it out, this only helps Davis now. The gap's already out to 7.6 seconds for Jamie Davis. I mean, realistically, if safety car happens, he's under immense pressure from these guys. But the damage on Douglas's car is not helping him. This is only going to hold up Rigby now across the top of the mountain, because you'd have to argue Douglas's car is going to be nowhere near up to pace with that damage on it. You know, it's good down the straight, but I don't know if it's going to be good across the top.
Ooh, okay. Billy Mole has been asked to Okay, they changed the call. Billy Mole was asked to readdress to Peter Pav, but he is just said disregard the decision. I'm not sure what happened there.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Continue down through the dipper. Behind this battle, we got Matty Parker and Blake Fitzpatrick. These guys battling it out for the top 5. They've got a 9-second gap at the moment over Troy Dooley, Billy Mole, Scott Weston in behind them. And Peter Pavic, Craig Healy.
Hayes, with Steve Martin and Brad Anderson and John Gallen chasing him down. These boys are having a great little fight down the back of the grid.
Oh, just quickly here, look at Fitzpatrick side by side with Parker into the chase. Had to back out last moment there. Wanted to dive up the inside, couldn't quite get into it though. Parker remains P4 on the run through, but Fitzpatrick is looking racy at the moment right now. He's flashing the lights. He's not happy with the blocking from Parker here through the chase, and he's just trying to find a laneway through to chase down Rigby and Douglas.
Fitzy's got a bit of damage there too to the
he does.
Left-hand side panel by the look of it too.
Oh, Josh King's had an incident at the dipper. He's kept it going, but
Car 12 has to readdress behind car 216. So Billy Mole has to give his position back to Peter Pav. But Billy Mole, Peter Pav is like 2 seconds behind him.
He's blinking as well. He's blinking as well, unfortunately. So it's a shame for Billy, but them's the breaks and them's the rules.
Here we go. Scotty Wetz and Andrew Rushford, Craig Healy have into the pits and already out. They were short pit stops. They were like 10 seconds. Here they come with this group going around them.
Yeah, it would have been a quick splash out for sure. I think that safety car probably that safety car probably came around about 5 or 10 minutes too early for them to commit to one stop. I think that's why they're needing this little splash right now to keep going.
Bit of motivation going there for Brad Anderson, getting the team behind him, and team SRW cheer squad.
He's carrying a bit of damage on his car. You have to argue that Brad probably has the most heart in the field, shows up week in and week out, races in multiple Supercar series, and is willing to give it a crack no matter where we end up.
Rigby is all over the back of Jason again. He has not given up at all.
He is not letting him up.
He's
not letting him go at all at this stage. Maximum pressure. 9 seconds is the gap up to Davis in P1. We've got 17 minutes to go in this race. Rigby's in, so he's going for the undercut on Douglas.
Is this an undercut?
Yeah, it would be, for sure. I reckon Rigby gets him here because Douglas is carrying that damage. He's doing 7s on these laps. For example, Davis is doing 206 6s. So he's losing about 7/10 of a second to Jamie Davis at the moment is Jason Douglas. So Rigby right now, if he can come out in clear air, He's going to gain massively on this, and he's probably going to be able to get past Douglas, and I might even be by a second or two.
Mr. Dooley's in there as well. We'll see when Jason or the boys around him into the pits to see how Rigby comes out. He was second, or he was not. He was third at the time.
As Davis comes up across the top, it's been dominant thus far from him. If a safety car were called,
That's the first time I've seen Barney wave a blue and yellow flag.
really?
Yeah, I've never seen Barney wave a blue and yellow flag before.
Maybe you're too busy looking in your mirrors when it gets waved at you. I don't know. Maybe.
No, I mean actually Barney's sitting on the podium step waving
Yeah.
the blue flag.
I suppose maybe it's not that often we actually get to the podium, like to the actual pit lane start, where he actually waves the flag with, like, if you have blue flags at that point. I don't know.
Yep. Battle with Brad Hayes has been pretty cool. Steve Martin and Brad Hayes chasing each other down.
Di Feldman as well.
Across.
She's
to
going well. She needs another stop. Does Di Feldman in P9.
Feldman hasn't had much broadcast on, and she's having a great little battle
She
there.
is. She's doing well. I've got her on screen
she's
at the
doing
moment.
really well. Di Feldman is the only lady on the grid at the moment, and she has got herself up to 9th position. She's still yet to pit the second time as well, and she's got Mitch Noble and Troy Dooley chasing her down. Maddie Parker's in the pit.
Di does need that that next pit stop though, of course, but Noble's all over the back of her at the moment down Conrod. They've got Dooley in behind. Noble going to try and send this up the inside into the chase. Gets the job done. Dooley now wants the outside line as well.
Oh, Di should have shut the door
Oh,
early.
a bit of contact. Dooley's gone round. She's trying to wait for him.
Yeah,
she's trying to wait for him.
But I think he's lost too many positions.
Yeah,
now.
it's a bit too late now. That's unfortunate for Di. She's come straight in, so she's either going to self-impose a drive-through, or she's going to, or she's just going to do a pit stop at this stage. Might just be the pit stop, try and fix the car. Up the front though, Jace Douglas tries to chase down Jamie Davis at the moment. He's got Fitzpatrick in behind him. Billy Mole a bit further back has Peter Pavlovic all over the back of him at this stage. Vandermeulen is up inside the top 10. Although I think he needs another stop.
What a rhythm.
He really is.
He's pretty much sitting on 206.5s, and Douglas is 206.9s, and that's been pretty much the last 2 or 3 laps. So he's got a lot of work to do to catch him.
Rigby at the moment's P7 on the road. He's got a 30-second gap up to Jace Douglas. Sean, what was his travel time? 48 seconds, 11-second stop. So it's around about a 30-second loss. So if Douglas has a very similar stop, we could see Rigby ahead of him when he comes out of the lane. We'll have to wait and see as Feldman comes out in behind Jared Williams.
Got him from the drive-through.
Oh.
Incident possibility. I don't know what for. I didn't see anything with him, but he's got one, that's for sure.
We're not quite sure on that one at this stage. We've got...
We go to Brett Douglas. He's having a
great scrap with Troy Dooley at the moment. He's in a big old battle pack at the moment. He's got a couple of cars ahead and a couple of cars in behind.
4 of them behind him at the moment.
Yeah.
Got, where'd they go? He's got Troy Dooley, Steve Martin, Brad Hayes, John Gallen all chasing him down. But they are actually chasing down Andrew Rushworth, Craig Healy, Scotty Weston and Mark Horton.
Douglas, Fitzpatrick, Mole and Vandermeulen are all in. So Rigby is coming into Murray's corner.
I'll get my camera on Rigby.
I've already got him. I've already got him on screen sync. It's all good. You need to concentrate what's on both screens, not just on your screen. Rigby round the first corner. There's Douglas on exit. Rigby's going to get him up the straight. He's trying to cover him as best he can. It's Douglas. Douglas has come out with a clean car, and he's come out ahead of Sean Rigby from the pit stop period. And he now looks ahead up the road as Rigby's trying to get on him here through turn 2. He gets the job done, does Sean Rigby. And now Douglas looks to chase him down once again.
That didn't quite work out the way they wanted it to. Didn't really change much. Rigby was in third place, wasn't he? So he's got himself in front of Jace, but he's got the pressure on. 3 tenths.
He does.
Jamie Davis is pretty much.
He's got about 40 seconds. So
yeah, 38 seconds ahead of those boys. Will be interesting to see. His last lap was a 206.812. Jason's last lap was a 206.5.
Barring a penalty, Davis should come out well in hand, but we've had a massive stack in the background, Sinker. I've just seen it happen. John Gallen has been involved, and there's an absolute traffic jam at Sulman Park.
Oh, that's going to be... Oh, look at these tries.
This is so going to have to be a safety car, surely.
That surely will be. There's 2-3 cars. I don't know.
There's a pack of cars involved.
Oh, now they've hit each other.
Josh King's there as well. A massive amount of cars involved.
Oh, no.
And they're parked there.
SRW cars have hit each other.
This is going to be a safety car, and this is going to hurt Jamie Davis because he hasn't come in.
Is he going to pit? Is he going to pit now? Pav's in the pits. Where is Jamie Davis on the track?
He's up through Murray's up through the cutting.
The hill. He's not going to get back down there in time.
He's at the cutting, round through Sulman Park. Are they still parked up? That's the question. No, Josh King and Brad Anderson have been allowed to tow back, so this is not a safety car, Sinker.
No, it's not a safety car. They've continued.
Wow. Surely a bit of real life ruling. I'm in there that would have been a safety car. I mean, surely.
How there was two PERs hit each other, and then they get out of the way, and there's 2 Team SRWs hitting each other.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow. Oh my God. Well, see, we've got 10 minutes to go. Are we gonna? With 10 minutes to go, are we gonna give away another free season? Do we think?
I think we do. All right. What do we do?
I've got a nice general question based on what your question was at the start. Anyone can answer it then. Obviously, though, if you can't take advantage of the free season, maybe no point in answering the question. But what is my race number whenever I race? Yeah.
I wouldn't have the faintest idea.
Yeah. I've mentioned it many times on broadcast. So what is my race number whenever I race in sim racing? So Xavier still hasn't pitted. He's still going.
To get a free season of subscription, you need to guess Hamish's car number. What car number does Hamish use when he races?
Exactly right. If you don't get it with 5 minutes to go, we'll give a clue.
Invoked in that incident was mold 2 Apex cars, 2 SW, 2 PS.
That's hilarious.
Number 12, race drive-through for car number 12.
So that is Billy Mole. That's Billy Mole.
Laura has guessed number 32.
Wrong. Jace Douglas has guessed 31. Wrong. Trevor Youngston's guessed 52. Wrong. Connor Nixon was 69. Wrong. Scott Gamble knows what it is. Scott knows what it is. He hasn't said what it is, but he knows what it is. Brad Hayes, number 5. Wrong. Mick Clifton, 91. Wrong. Billy Mole's in for his penalty. Mitch Noble is in pit lane to fix either his car or do a pit stop here possibly, but Jamie Davis has rocketed ahead with 7.5 minutes to go.
Number 40 is the responsibility. Andrew Rushworth. I think that might have been the big bingle we saw.
Laura Anderson was 666 incorrect. Reese to go with 99 incorrect. Trevor Youngston with 100 incorrect. Brad Hayes with number 9 incorrect. Connor Nixon 92 incorrect.
Oh, Rushy, you are an absolute gentleman.
They're getting close. They are getting close. I'll give them that. Jace Douglas, 68, incorrect.
Russian's in for his drive-through. Jamie Davis is absolutely tearing it up, mate. He needs to think about pitting, though, because he's 37 seconds ahead, and his last lap was a 2:07. Oh, he is pitting. He is pitting.
There he's in.
Here we go. I've got him on camera. So let's see where Digby comes out and where he is. He's coming down the mountain.
Still not seeing my race number in chat.
Went down at 145. Incident responsibility.
That's Brad Hayes, so he's been found to be responsible for that moment.
Okay,
Earlier
these
in
are the
the
boys.
piece.
Here goes Rigby. Coming the back end. Jamie's up on the stilts. The boys are coming down. So we've got Shane Rigby, Jason Douglas, Blaze Fitzpatrick. We've all pitted for the second time. Coming around the final corner. And there goes Jamie out of the pits. He's
Ash
got
de
the wide
Vries.
corner.
Ash de Vries has gotten it bang on. Number 98, Ashos has free entry into SRW next season.
Well done there, Ash. So we've got, who are the winners tonight so far?
Ash de Vries.
Stephanie Piccoli.
Stephanie Piccoli gets the set of gloves. Ash de Vries and Craig Healy have free entry into SRW next season.
Okay, Ash de Vries and Craig Healy, either DM myself or Hamish, and we'll give you a code to use besides your name for your entry, which will give you free entry for season 4.
Just quickly, Brad Wall and Jared Williams at a moment at Forest Elbow. Rushworth's, not Rushworth, Williams is still spun round. He's waiting for the traffic to come past. And Walls kept going.
All these cars down at the mountain, seriously.
Oh, mate, they're phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. As Davis comes through the dipper.
Ooh, we've had a request to tow.
Oh, is that from Williams? I think, yeah, they've given it to him. They've let him tow back. He was off the track. We've got under 5 minutes to go. I think unless the track was jammed, we'd be pretty hard pressed. I'll start the bidding at $5. Bidding off the free entry. Oh, that's funny. So Davis rocketing ahead. Here's Rigby. He's got an 8.8 second gap to gain up in 4 minutes sinker. Can he do it?
No, not at the pace they're doing at the moment. He's Davy's sitting at 206s. Rigby is fast. He's sitting at a 205. There's a lot of time to be gained in a very little amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, we know Davis is a talented operator. He just has to hit these clean laps going forward. And just has to try and keep it nice and tight. He doesn't need to do qualifying laps necessarily. He just has to keep it neat and tidy. 4 minutes to go. We'd have to argue it's probably 2 laps left in this race. Next time by should be white flag. As Rigby...
They're still battling. Boy, they're still fighting everywhere.
Mate, they're not giving it up.
Scotty West, Billy Craig Healy going nuts. Fish Noble being chased down by Steve Martin. Brad Hayes by John Gallen.
If you can guess the number.
Number in my head, you get the entry 5.
Never change, Astros. Never change. Jace Douglas, the only number I remember is Cowie 991. To be fair, I've only ever raced in one SRW race before, and unless you probably follow GTs on the Friday, it's probably one of the only places I've actually mentioned it in SRW. But I have mentioned it plenty of times. You gotta listen, you gotta remember. So, Sinker, we've got a question about V8 supercars. Oh, dare we give away another free season, Sinker? Not that Trevor can actually use it because he doesn't even have a computer or a rig. But dare we give away another one?
To answer this question, Trevor Youngsman, I will give you 12-month subscription. All right? I've got a dog. He gave birth to 3 beautiful puppies. Names are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. What is the dog's name?
What the hell?
I saw blue flag flying. Was that a blue flag? Or was
That was a white.
flag?
That was a white flag, Sinker. That was
That
a
is
white flag. So, Davis is all on for one incredible win. You'll see. You're not even going to be able to see Sean come around the corner in the background. We're on board with him. So that's the gap at hand. 7 seconds. So he has actually gained on Davis over the last couple of laps, but it's going to take an absolute miracle for Sean Rigby to get past him at this stage. As he flies up through Silman Park.
Brad Daly. His name is what? What is the dog's name?
As Douglas and Fitzpatrick continue on through with their battle for P3, it is all on for the podium finishers in this race. Leading the split 2 field at the moment is Craig Healy. He is P10 on the road. Mick Clifton's done an incredible job to come back to P2 in the split 2 field. Martin to come back to P3 is incredible as well. Round Forest Elbow they come. Davis is coming down Conrod Straight. He's not too far away from the start-finish line is Jamie Davis as he flows on through towards the chase. In an incredible performance and a tough night for the SRW Motorsports team. Davis put it on the front row in the shootout.
Jamie to the green room. Jamie to the green room.
Yeah, get in the green room, Jamie. We need to have a chat to you after the race. Round the final corner comes Jamie Davis in the number 92 Mustang, and he takes an emotional win in the Bathurst Enduro. Sean Rigby's going to come home, P2 on the road, just withstanding Jason Douglas in P3. Fitzpatrick comes home P4. Parker, in an impressive effort, finishes where he started in P5. Pavlovic's going to come up towards the final corner now, and he will finish out in P6, barring a mistake. As he comes on through, gets the job done. Mark Houghton not too far behind him. Follows on through for P7. Second and a half back, we got Scotty Weston. And then Craig Healy takes home the honours for split 2 here tonight.
Brad Daly, if you're interested in the 12-month subscription for free for next year, reach out to me, buddy. So we gave away a few things tonight, mate. We had a lot of fun, a lot of viewers, and some amazing racing. And there's the boys doing burnouts around each other in the back, in memory of Kimmy, and doing a great job at it too. What a race. Thank you for all the viewers that came out and joined us tonight and had a bit of fun with us, and something that's a little bit looser than what we normally have, eh, Hamish?
Mate, that's right. I love a loose Saturday night broadcast. Get to do it for 10 weeks of the season with vets, and to do it for SRW once every now and again is an absolute pleasure.
Brad, you can hand your 12-month subscription to everyone you want, mate.
You can give it to Trav if he wants to. He did well to get that one correct.
Look at the birdhouse. These boys are really ripping it up.
Mate, the second screen is just a bit of grey with some cars in amongst it.
Yeah. I wonder if Jamie is around tonight or if he's out on the Terps. But tell you what, that was a lot of fun. Thank you everyone for coming out and spending Saturday night with us. We had an absolute blast.
It was an absolute pleasure to call the action once again as Mr. Davis continues on. Connor Nixon, you guys should do the stream on Saturday night more. I mean, I wouldn't be able to. That would clash with vets too often. But, I mean, you know, maybe if Sinker can get JP on a Saturday, they could do that together. Although I know that Sinker doesn't really like to give up his Saturday nights, do you, Sinker?
Look, you know, it's... I don't mind giving up my Saturday nights here and there, but yeah, there needs to be some home life balance. Unless I want to get divorced, and being an old bastard, fat bastard, I don't like my chances being out there on the food chain as a single man.
Exactly right. Well, we don't have any of our podium finishers in the green room here tonight, unfortunately, so it means we don't get to have a chat to them. But the provisional race results for tonight's race, if they're going to show up on screen, that'll be absolutely lovely. They are indeed. Will be as follows. Jamie Davis finishes out P1 on the road for Team SLW Motorsports ahead of Platinum Racing. Sean Rigby in second position. We've got Sean Rigby in the green room. That's good. We'll have a chat to him in a moment. Jace Douglas makes up the podium finishes here tonight with Blake Fitzpatrick, Matty Parker making up the top 5. Peter Pavlik, Mark Out, and Scott Weston make up the top 8. Craig Healy wins the split 2 field here tonight for P9 with Troy Dooley making up the top 10. Mick Clifton, Brett Douglas, Billy Mole, Stephen Martin, Mitch Noble make up the top 15. Sean Vandermill and John Gallen, Di Feldman, Brad Wall make up the top 19 cars on the road with Andrew Rushworth, Martin Lipsky, Brad Hayes, Andrew Cowan, Jared Williams, Brad Anderson, Josh King, Jacob Traynor, and Scott Lefevre will be at the back end of the field. 31 laps down, unfortunately for him. But that is how they finished out. We'll get some B-roll going. Then we'll have a chat to Mr. Rigby, who finished P2 on the road here tonight. Let's pick a good lap. We'll go lap 23. Let's see if... Oh, here we go. This will work.
Mr. Rigby, thanks for joining us on the Saturday night, mate.
How are you?
Good, mate. How was that race for you? Because it seemed like a lot of fun for me and Hamish, that's for sure.
Oh, it was a good fun. Yeah, props to Jamie Davis and Jax Douglas. It was a good battle at the end with Douglas.
Oh, yeah, you guys were going hammer and tong for a while there.
Yeah, no, it was good fun. So.
The how was the pace of Davis tonight? Was it just out of reach?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know what wing he was running, but he was gone. I took tyres on my second stop, so that caused about 3 seconds of stopping extra. So, but he had the pace. He would have easily been still 4 or 5 seconds up the road from me.
Yeah. Bathurst, one more round to go. How's the season been for you?
Oh, 2 races, 2 podiums.
Oh, you only joined it 2 rounds ago, didn't you?
Yeah.
So who dragged you across to SAW?
Well, I've seen you guys around. I was doing East Coast back in the day, and then my pedals broke. I was off for about 4 months, and then jumped on, and I was like, yeah, I'll give SAW a go, see how I go. And so far, it's been great. Like the battling's been awesome, So definitely come back next season. So that's good.
Excellent, mate. Well, we've got a killer already. Registration will open soon as Mr.
Your mic's having absolute seizures at the moment, Sinker. Sean, your microphone has had a bit of a seizure then, Sinker. It could not decide which one it wanted to use, but registration will be opening probably this week, Sean, for next season. So we hope to have you up there once again with us on Tuesday nights. It'll be good to see if you can get a full season under your belt or not. That'll be good to see on track regardless.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Yeah, and thanks for the broadcast as well to all you guys who put time in, effort. It means a lot.
No worries at all, mate. We love to do it. We love to call the action, especially when the racing is this good week in and week out. We look forward to seeing how you go on Tuesday night if you do race at Road Atlanta. Otherwise, best of luck at next season if we don't get a chance to chat to you.
All good, guys. Have a good night.
You too, mate. Thank
you. You too, mate. Happy Saturday night.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
We've got the
we got Jace Douglas.
Jace Douglas. He's always keen to get in the mics, doesn't he? Let's drag him.
He loves it, mate. You drag him in. Mr. Douglas.
Mr. Douglas. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, good, you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Had a good night. Had a good laugh. Gave a few things away. Great bit of racing. You were definitely in the highlight reel tonight, giving a lot of little battles there with Sean Rigby.
Yeah, it was a pretty tough battle, I can tell you that.
Well, you had damage until the second pit stop, yeah?
Yeah, I when Mull spun out of Murray's corner, I clipped the left rear and it net coated and then gave me a 4X.
Nice. Well, next time you get a 4X, drink it quietly.
Or choose a better beer.
Yeah, that's it.
Can you imagine if we played a game, you're racing your sim, and every time you get an X, you have to have a shot. Every time you have a 4X, you got to slam a beer.
Mate, no one would make the checkered flag. What do you mean?
I definitely won't. I'll be done after the first one.
How fun was it getting the ding dong going on with Rigby? He's a very feisty character. He's great skills. Leaves a lot of room and good guy to race with by the look of it.
Yeah, it was a good race. Just tried to get him on the last lap, but stuffed up. Griffin's bin, I think it is.
Oh,
Turn 3.
just quickly, Douglas wouldn't be able to have the shot of he's under 18. So like Rehan and Ty, you'd have to have a juice box, Jace.
Leave the guys alone, mate. He's a Melbourne boy. He's out the west side of town. He's probably already having a few drinks with Dad anyway.
Oh, he's gone to bed.
Is he? Oh,
Yeah.
he didn't even watch. Oh, mate.
No, he
The
did.
stinker said, "Get up there, mate. Get in there and watch."
No, I put it on the big screen in the lounge room for him.
Ah, nice. And he fell asleep, did he?
Yeah, he decided
Next time you're watching a race like that and he falls asleep, take a snapshot and put it in our Discord.
Mate, he was uninterested. He was uninterested when he didn't win any of the giveaways. That's when he nodded off.
Dad asleep snoring. Well, mate, look, congratulations, well done on the third for tonight. One more round to go, mate, and then we're in the home stretch for season 4. Congratulations, and you've had a pretty good season, mate. I think you should be pretty happy with it.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I went from P4 in the championship at the start of the year up to P2, so hopefully Mole buggers up and we can get him.
You can only hope, mate. You can only hope. Well, you got a few points on him today, so that was a good thing. But anyway, mate, congratulations, and see you on Tuesday night.
Yeah, we'll do. I'll catch you later, guys.
Cheers, mate.
See you.
Alrighty, mate. Steph, make sure you reach out to me, send me a DM. I'll give you the sizing chart so you can get your gloves sorted for you, and we'll get some shipped out for you this week. I'm shipping out the Season 2 trophies on Monday, so I'll do it with that as well.
And then, of course, Ash DeVries and Craig Healy get in contact with the admin about your free seasons next season.
Yep.
Gives you entry to every single series in SRW for free next season.
Right. Yep.
We maybe you might want to watch some of the action this week because you never know. One of our broadcasts, we might have another giveaway going. So you want to make sure you check out everything.
It gets crazy. Whoa, look out.
Whoa. So you guys need to tune in because tomorrow night we've got the One and Brown Tours V8 Supercars Championship coming your way right here at Bathurst with the pros on the field with Scotty Gamble apparently racing tomorrow. Of course, Rehan Leonage and others as well. Tuesday night, we're at Road Atlanta for the final round of the Warren Brown Tours V8 Supercars Series, where we could see Billy Roll, John Gallen or Andrew Cowan take out the championship in the final round. Wednesday night, Cooler Masters Super Formula Championship, final round of that season as well. The final positions are open for the Australian Open Wheel Nationals, which will happen the week after. And at this stage in time, every championship is on offer, the amateurs, the pro-ams, and the pros, with 5 drivers in the pro field going into the final round with a mathematical chance of winning the championship. It is going to be absolutely mega. You guys do not want to miss it. Thursday night, Shannon's Insurance Toyota GR86 Nationals. You don't want to miss that action with JP and Sinker in the booth. Friday night, Legends World Challenge for round 8. That'll be going right here at Bathurst, Sinker, for round number 8 of the Legends. GTDs, still numbers dependent, would be going racing, if I can find the calendar, it'll tell me. They will be going racing at Portimao this week, so still numbers dependent on whether it gets broadcasted or not. And then Sunday, for the final round of the V8 Supercars Championship, we'll be back at Road Atlanta for the end of the week. So you do not want to miss any of those broadcasts, because you never know which one we may have a cheeky giveaway or two going on. So be sure to hit the like button, the subscribe, and the bell icon so you are notified whenever we go racing this week, because that's going to be your best hope of catching us when we do a giveaway. You do not want to miss it at all. We also need to give a massive shout out to our series sponsors, Warren Brown Tools, our title sponsors for the Tuesday night V8 Supercars Series, the Friday night GTD Series, and the Sunday night V8 Supercars Championship, as well to Cooler Master for their continued support of the Wednesday night Super Formula Championship, to Shannon's Insurance for their continued support of the Thursday night GR86 Nationals, as well as all of our other series sponsors, NeuroPower, DSL Rail Services, and Shunt Scenery, as well as Grim Industries, the home of the V8 Coffee Table, which can be found on Prime Video's Top Gear Australia in their little studio segments, whether it's the news or interviews or whatever it might be that happens in the studio. For myself, Amy Shrono and Steve Sinkovic alongside, we appreciate your time, appreciate you being here with us. So once again, we'll see you guys tomorrow night, 6:50 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time for the Warren Brown Tools V8 Supercars Championship live right here at Bathurst. But until then, stay safe, drive hard, and as always, bye for now.
This is amazing. Up it's clash heads again. This is like Chad Mostert and Cam Waters. Almost the same situation. Better contact going down the hill. Sam Noble wants to slip on Dave Coleman now. Sam Noble bottle right now because tell you what, Bruce Tanak and Jamie Dyke just absolutely drove away from us.